Bodega Boys.
Good evening, St. Peter. I'm here to accept my entrance into heaven. I've toiled endlessly to bring fruitful economic progress to the Kane family home using my pizza, prowess. And now I'm happy to be here at the Pearly Gates, meeting you first time.
Welcome, God's child. We've been waiting for you, Herman Cain.
You've
done so much great work on the earth, and we're more than welcome to let you into the gates of heaven. We have your harp. We have your Casio piano for you to play. We don't do that. We don't play the harp. We don't do that anymore. We got your Halo over here, sponsored by Beyonce.
Oh, nice.
So, before we let you in, a couple things. We got the metal detector. I'm just kidding.
Come on,
I say that to all the black people.
I'm a serious businessman. Come on now. I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative.
That's true. But we only keep you there for the diversity. So listen. Before you come in, we gotta do a little COVID test. Just make sure you're clean. You know the vibes. So, lean back and let me put these in your African American nostril.
All
right, lean back.
All right, okay.
Do like listen, even Roy Jones was forced to lean back, right? That's what you keep saying.
That's a good song. I like that.
Okay. Now shut the fuck up and lean back. Lean back. All right. Got it. Swirl it around. And one more for good luck. So diamonds. Now I got my left hand shot. All right, cool. All right.
Ooh. Oh,
okay.
Lord. Okay. Now I'm good?
Up in here in heaven, we have the rapid test to find out.
I mean, it's divine intervention. What's the matter?
Hate to see that.
What?
Okay.
Hate to see what? I'm fine. I'm good, right? I'm fine.
Security.
I'm perfectly all right.
It's just a simple problem with your file. We're going to take you to HR and get it fixed up. Yeah, could you take him to the Hellfire Pavilion?
HR.
It's HR. It's HRLL. So just step to your left.
Oh,
step to your left.
Okay.
Okay, and have a nice trip. Goodbye.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, we come to HR Hell. Yeah, it's Harry Kane, bro.
You got that 999?
Yeah.
What you got, bro?
We got that 666, bro. Hey, we've been waiting for you, pal.
You know what's going on, bro?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Just got a very swift text from Viacom CBS Showtime telling us to chill.
Yeah. Woof. Hi.
Wow. That shit came through like an Amber Alert.
That was wow.
Did that shit come to your phone at the same time as mine?
At the same time, I was watching the Yankee game. Listen.
Wow. Shit.
We want to
apologize?
Get in front of this this intro. It's a lot.
Yes.
We had no say in it.
We had
nothing to do with it.
We didn't even record that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know how, we were impersonated.
Yeah. I think it was something that deep fakes.
Yes.
Maybe that's how they did it.
Yes.
But listen, myself and Miro, we have not had anything to do with the actual intro since about episode 40.
Not at all.
And you know what? When you're on the level that we're on, like things fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
People you assign to do things, they let you down. And we would like to just, say that it wasn't us, it was someone we hired. And, appropriate action will be taken to rectify this. We'd also like to say Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Wash your hands.
We stand with BLM and hand washing.
And hand washing
and masks also.
Yes, and
we wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart from racists.
Yeah, and last but not least, Trump 2020, motherfucker. Do the
job.
You're listening to The Audio Art, the most dangerous podcast in the universe. Do the drop.
Episode 213.
Yeah.
Of the Niggas is Wildin' podcast. That's the new name.
That's the new name.
Niggas is Wildin'. Niggas is Wildin'. You know what it is. Most dangerous podcast. the most dangerous podcast in the world. Well, it's not more dangerous than we're Audio Corona. Wow. That we are. Wow.
You got
COVID.
Do you have the antibodies? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. That's the tagline on our movie poster. It's like, do you have
the antibodies?
That's right. Episode 213.
Yo, 213.
Named after East 213, which you could get off the 41 bus and get right there, get some beef patties. You know, we over here, as always, sponsored by Cash App and Golden Crush, our new sponsor. Golden Crush, where if we have what you want, you are a bumbleclot. So, you know, just be sure to go there and don't bother my cousins, you know?
be polite and be sure to get there at 7:30 a.m. if you want.
You know what? You could be polite. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It don't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter.
Not back here.
A lot has gone on this week. What's going on? Rest in peace, Herman Cain.
Yo.
Because
rest in peace. Yeah. Rest in pizza.
Yeah. Rest in pizza. Damn.
Damn.
You think Papa John has something to do with it?
Yo.
He said the day of reckoning will come. He warned us.
And
he warned us.
He's been doing them TikTok tours. There's a lot of rooms he ain't shown yet. So one of them could be an assassination room. Like a lot of y'all need to open your third eye, B. And a lot of people said, "Oh, he was at a Trump rally with no mask." Maybe it wasn't that.
Maybe that's a false flag situation. They want you to think that. That's what Big Pizza. That's what Big Za wants. Okay,
that's right.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
You know what? Pizzagate.
Yeah, bro. Listen. Don't go to Comet's Pizza and shoot it up. You got to go to Papa John's house. You know, right now, the DiGiorno family is like in the panic room. They got mad guns and shit.
Yo, are we next?
The father, Mr. Michael DiGiorno, is looking out the window like Malcolm X with the AK. Like, all right.
Papa John just comes in with 2 fucking Dracos. He's like, it's not delivery. It's not delivery.
It's not delivery. No, it is delivery. It is delivery. It's like,
no, grah.
Shoot Papa. Shoot Papa. Shoot Papa.
You can never kill Papa. You just throw mad garlic sauce packets at motherfuckers.
Papa John gets shot. He's like lying on the ground. He has to patch it up with pepperoni. Like,
I need more ham.
He uses a big garlic knot as a tourniquet. Like,
Yo, give me that giant cookie. Yo, I got a lot of
His extended clip is a calzone. Like, what's going on here?
Like, what would happen if, like, high niggas and munchies just, like, disappeared off the face of the earth? Like, Papa John's would be in trouble, dog. Because that's high food. Like, have you ever been sober and been like, yo, I really want Papa John's?
It's also like food for like if you were working all day and you gotta get something real quick. If you got like kids and shit, they just get Papa John's. Be like, yeah, Papa John's. Papa John's. Because even so who got the hot and ready one that you just walk in and
Little Caesars, bro, that shit is next level. I was like, how do y'all do this? I remember going into a Little Caesars and they got a bucket of like the butter garlic shit. Bro, and they literally, it looks like a Home Depot paintbrush, my nigga. Like, they just
paint the whole shit?
They dip and they just paint the whole shit with the, I'm like, my cholesterol levels went up just looking at this shit. I was like, yo, this shit come with Lipitor, my nigga? Like,
pizza.
God,
Pizza's not as, pizza's always been like the cool food.
Yeah.
In society, like the
pizza,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they made it cool.
Pizza. Cool, like when you're a kid and you draw cartoons, you're always drawing your cartoon eating pizza.
They never eating like a burger or like a taco or some shit.
You never see like
a plate of rice and beans and shit.
You never in kindergarten. You never drew you drew a character. He's eating hummus. Like, that never happened.
Niggas eating baby carrots. He's dipping baby carrots in the hummus.
Yo, you're like, Little Meryl, what'd you draw? It's like I drew a Fortnite character that's eating kale. You're like, honey, we need to talk.
Yeah.
He's eating. Dad, he's eating Gorp. He's eating what?
What?
Ramirez, man, that Whole Food. Like, no.
I'm not getting on the roof of the Whole Foods. Fuck out of here. You say making me do this shit.
Ramirez, liberate that Trader Joe's. It's like, no, the line's already out the door. Like,
I can't. I gotta stay in line. They told me I could put my order in online and pick it up curbside. But
you go into the Trader Joe's, they're trying to help you. They're like, hey, welcome to Trader Joe's. Do you need some side fire? Do you need like some surrounding fire? I can take out I can run the sniper fire if you need it. It's like, hey. No, I'm okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
You know what? Here. Here's a crate of grenades. Just take them. You're probably gonna need them.
Awesome.
We're gonna throw them out anyway. Yeah. You
amazing.
know what?
I love this place.
You can see on the chalkboard, it's just giving away like the enemy's position and shit. You're like, oh, this is so helpful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Now I know exactly where to put my sentry gun. Thanks.
Oh my God. They're like, welcome to Trader Joe's. The time is now 3:24. The Russians are advancing from the northwest, and they have And their ammo supply is very low. Have fun slaughtering them. Bing bong. Trader Joe's radio. You're like, how did they know all this?
Yo, they throw on an Indigo Girls song right after. You're like, yo, this is very eclectic. All right. Okay.
But you're like, hey, listen, I'm going to war. I need you to play some good. I need you to play my kill song. Play the official kill song. They're like, we got you, Jesus.
Hey.
You see me smoking a cigarette, and I'm just like, with a sniper rifle, I'm blowing the smoke to see where wind is going. Yeah, bro. And that part when it's like, that's when I fire and the bullet's like heading the verses. Listen, the cinematography that we produce on this show.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You got two DPs.
There you go.
In multiple ways.
Listen, we've been veteran DPers for a minute now, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
James of this shit.
Yeah, we've been DPing since. Listen, we put the D in DP, bro. You know what I'm saying? DP.
Yo.
DP, direct pitches. Direct that. You know what? I'm gonna keep it clean, bro.
Let's keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Not trying to be Susio. Trying to be. Speaking of Susio, I hope you people are washing your face masks.
Yo,
because
you can't just put them on and take them off. If they have a ring of dirt around them, then they're probably not that effective.
Yeah. Also, if you wore it outside, you should definitely wash it.
You should probably wash
it. Touch it, and you're touching it and stuff. Also, you will get your stink breath in it. You know, because people think about it. You're not chewing candy. You're not chewing gum anymore because the idea of opening a packet of gum outside is insanity right now.
Yeah.
Well, able to slur. It's not insanity. It's stupid. Was stupid able to slur? No.
It's buffoonery.
Buffoonery? Is buffoonery ableist? I was gonna say dumb. It's not appropriate. How about that? It's not appropriate. There you go.
Bang.
There you go. Woo! Comedy is hard, bro. Woo!
Yo, so hard.
I'm exhausted. Come see me at the Chuckle Hut tonight.
Yo,
I'm going
so
on at 7:14 and 9:46.
Damn, I don't know how you do it, bro. It was so hard to change that one word. Damn, it just fucked up the whole joke.
Listen. Bro, it's not easy work. Like changing that one word. That's like Seth Curry shooting with his other hand. You know what I'm saying? It takes work, bro.
Oh,
it takes work. It takes work, okay? Now, excuse me, because I made that joke. I got canceled, which means Netflix should be coming up to my door any minute now with $4 million.
Motherfucking busy.
With the bank. With the bank.
Yo.
When Netflix comes to your house with that check, they don't ask how much. They be like, you want TD Bank or, you want Morgan Stanley? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Whichever one you want. You know what I'm saying?
Which one you want?
How
much money you want?
A couple million anyway, you know what I'm saying?
No.
They start talking like 50, like, hey, man, come on, man. You about to get $50 million, man. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I get that money right now. Just take my time. What you want? Price don't went up, bro.
Yo, but fucking speaking of that, motherfucking Netflix bought every black show in existence.
They did.
Bro. And put them out there like, yo, we be buying all of them and we putting them back up. So that means that Monique is finally getting her bag from Netflix. Hopefully.
They should have everyone forgets back when UPN used to show all those black shows and then one day they was like, yeah, we're done. But it was also UPN and the WB and the WB had weigh-ins and all that stuff.
Yep.
UPN had half and half, one-on-one, girlfriends,
sister
Parkers. Dang, mama. Professor Ogilvy, who if you go back and look, Professor Ogilvy is not hot. He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not. There's no reason.
But like
he was 90s hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Monique was thinking more like, yo, this is a solid guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna. He's like he's a good Christian man because he always had the sweater vest with the button down. He looked like a church nigga.
But I mean, be honest, Miro. In the 90s, we were forced by Giuliani to always wear the sweater vest.
Oh yeah,
true. That's not anything we wanted to do. That was what the original stop and frisk was. The cops would stop, frisk, and force those sweaters on us. I hated it.
Yeah, that's true.
And they made us wear those those diesel sneakers that look like bowling shoes. Yeah,
fam, that was a wild period because motherfuckers had the audacity to wear the sweater vest like in sweater vest weather. And then just use it as like a tank top in the summer. So you see niggas on the Ave with a sweater vest and Timbs and shorts. I'm like, yo, my man, you wearing a cable-made sweater vest?
Creeping through the hole. Where's my homie? Listen, a sweater vest, some Durango boots, and a Yankee fitted. Woo! You could hear the choach.
I'm like, yo.
You can hear the choach beatboxing like hip hop,
Yo.
real choach hop, real choach hop.
Yo, it's like the
Back in the
Boston
days
Market
when-
macaroni and cheese machine in the back and shit.
Back in the days when girls be like, yo, turn that Smith & Wesson up, daddy. That shit get me. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, turn that Bucktown up.
Yo, my nigga, you can't. Yo, my nigga, if you gonna blow my back out, you better you better turn up that Cormega.
Word.
Like,
Yo, throw that verbal graffiti on. Yo,
Your
my
girl
AK
coming-
is my lawyer when he's trying to represent for me.
Your girl come into the room in some Carhartt lingerie while blasted Strategy Gaddafi. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, yo. She's like, yo, I'm on my period. I'm like, yo, what's the fun type?
With the limited edition Dolomite boots. Woo! Woo! Y'all don't know. Y'all wasn't there.
That was not there.
Yeah,
She got one Dolomite, one vast boot. Like, yo, I'm mixing it up. They're like, oh, shit.
She hit you on the sidekick. Like, yo, come finger pop me to some Una Casa, bro.
Yo. Nigga said Casa.
Yo.
Man.
Yo.
That motherfucker. Shout out to all my washed hip hop message board heads that remember the Uncasa coloring Crayola box.
Oh yeah.
That had like a crayon for every color car that he rapped about having.
Ridiculous. And then did Cameron have a coloring book as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, get to that shmoney.
Like rappers don't drop cool stuff anymore. Travis Scott dropped like a cereal. Like, no, someone needs to drop what is it? A Spectrum? That thing that
Yeah.
Actually, we keep saying someone should do it. Like, we shouldn't just do it.
Yeah, why not?
We're Susio boys, right?
Fuck it.
Susio Spectrum. But
Susio.
it has the Boney Ghost logo on the side.
Yeah. Yo, autographed? We
Autograph. We perform. Everyone's just retracting them and like making a noise, like clacking noise, like
clank. You put like 1 of 150 on the shit, like hand engraved.
We got to do a surprise drop, like when Elon Musk dropped those flamethrowers and shit. He's gonna have them on. He's gonna have them on StockX. Like, yo,
Elon Musk really is a fucking supervillain, dog. Like, what nigga wants to build submarines and flamethrowers besides a supervillain?
If you're rich, Elon Musk. You remember there was that show way back in the day with what's his name? Alonzo, the guy with Carlton from Fresh Prince, and he was the best friend. Silver Spoons. And the kid was super rich, and he rode a train through the house and stuff because his daddy was super rich. That's all Elon Musk was. Because when Elon Musk was living in South Africa, he was carrying around emeralds or something in his pocket as money because his family owned a mine. Like, who does like that? That's supervillain shit.
It's not Legend of Zelda, nigga. What the fuck? Use money.
Nigga. All right, let the weed man come here, and I'll be like, yo, my God.
Yo,
can I pay you with a ruby? Like, he's like, yo, my man. You're my man. This nigga using ruby.
He's like,
go to the bodega.
Let me see that ruby real quick. Nigga, put it in the gun. Pow! Shoot you with a ruby. Fuck out of here.
Go to the bodega and try to buy some blunt wraps using a ruby.
Poppy, what's this? What's this here? You put in
Poppy,
this red thing. What's this?
Poppy would rather use Bitcoin and Apple Pay before he uses a ruby.
Right.
Okay,
And he thinks Apple Pay's a Babylon thing for 100%.
He'll go in the back and he'll finally attach that Square Cash reader. Like, yo, he's on Google Translate and shit trying to figure it out. Like, no rubies. No.
Niggas trying to hack the EBT shit just to use it for like Apple Pay and Samsung and shit. Like, yo, no. I don't like a new machine. No, I don't like it that.
You come back the next day, the sign says no dogs, no EBT for hot food, and no gemstones. We do not accept gemstones as payment. I'm like, damn. I got max cubic zirconium in my pocket, bro.
Damn. Fucked up. Yo, as New Yorkers, though, we're gonna give you a little secret. The no hot food for EBT is on a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? You know, Poppy. You could get away with it. You could finesse
get away with it.
You know what I'm saying?
If he's scamming. Also, you could do what they do with my bodega. Just get the sandwich code and then use the microwave that's on it.
At your crib.
Just heat it up.
Yeah, word.
It's no biggie.
Like, duh. What the fuck? I didn't come in here for filet mignon, nigga. I came in here for chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese, meat going through your vein, going inside you.
Oh, yeah.
Burning meats of passion.
Yeah. I said on Twitter the other day, I said the only person that's having a lit 2020 is Sarah J, because Sarah J is trending like every other hour for some reason or other.
Yeah, but they're insulting her and they're saying she's hideous. And women are like, yo, I can't believe you guys beat your meat to this. And some guys are lying. Guys are like, no, yeah, I can't believe guys.
Yo, I can't believe y'all are wildin'. Yo, y'all are wildin'.
You know what?
Cat.
Listen. Let he who has not bust the first nut throw the first stone, okay?
Yo, for real.
All right?
A lot of you niggas lying out there talking about you don't put your meat to the last Sarah J. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay? As Miro said, it's cap. It's not just cap. It's fitted cap. It's snapback. It's yarmulke. It's dashiki. It's fedora. It's pork pie. It's everything. Okay? It's turban. It's everything. Y'all lying. Niggas like, yeah, I'll beat my meat to anything but Sarah J.
Fam, you don't. No, you don't. Stop it.
Stop it. Reconsider. Get some help.
Stop. Okay? That's a veteran right there. That's like veteran. That's like disrespect the motherfucking shit. Will Chamberlain or some shit.
Sometimes you just be on Pornhub or whatever, and shit ain't hitting. You clicking, and you see a thumbnail, and you know what? You press play, and now you know what situation you're in.
Hey.
You're like, okay, I fucks with this. Hey. But yeah, shout out to all the Pinot All-Stars. We need to do a documentary about like what happened to all the Pinot
30 for 30?
Well, actually, a lot of them just retired, and they don't need people blowing up their spots. But the ones
they're like, nah, I don't want that.
They're like, yo, you're making it hot.
Like, you're making it hot. I'm doing real estate now. I'm good.
Hi. Am I speaking to Mr. Kitten? Can I speak to your wife about her former porn career? They're like, excuse me.
What? Her former what? You mean my wife, the dentist?
Like, yeah.
You're like, ah.
It's like, Jesus, you making it hot. I'm like, yo, bro, the scenes were worth it, bro. She's like, you know what?
You know, it was hot, the scenes, bro.
The scenes were hot. She's like, you know what? Thank you, Jesus. I appreciate you and Miro appreciating my work. All this happy home shit was not for me. She takes off the apron. She's like, I'm going back to the Susio. Let's go.
Let's go. Like, we jump in the Susio mobile.
Gotta tell her husband, sorry, the bitch chose the game. Sorry. Well, I can't do nothing about it, bro.
She's married to the game, dog. She ain't married to you.
Married to the game. All right? Listen, you were the rebound. You wasn't the real thing, bro. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Good times. Have you been watching the NBA?
Yes. And I'm not mad. It's weird, but it's like not weird. It's like when you don't smoke weed for mad long, long. And then you just smoke a little bit of weed and you're like, yo, this shit is
just a pinch.
Shit, okay, this shit is here. You know what I'm saying?
They're doing a good job with it. The NBA's doing a good job. They got it sounds and feels like real games. The audience noise sounds like the real thing. They're playing with the real intensity. Baseball, not so much.
Yeah.
Because, I was just watching the Yankee game before this, and literally I had to keep check. I thought the TV shut off because I left the room. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
It's just dead silent. And then every now and then.
Dead silent. It's wild.
One of the announcers was like, so, Miro, I heard you had tomato soup for lunch.
Yeah. With the grilled cheese. It was pretty good. The grilled cheese was a little burnt on one side. But the tomato soup soaked it right up.
Grilled cheese. I remember I had a grilled cheese back in 1986 with Billy Martin. And,
wow.
He always cut his grilled cheese. You're going to find this hilarious. He would always cut it in a diagonal, which is funny because he was left-handed.
So a southpaw diagonal slice, huh?
You don't see that often. You're just sitting there like, oh, my God, this is, come on.
Kill me.
So I was saying on Twitter, because a lot of Yankee fans, let's keep it funky, they grew up listening to hip-hop, whether their parents wanted them to or not.
That's right.
And what they should do is just play hip-hop, real hip-hop instrumentals in the background of baseball games to cover the silence out. Imagine they're playing, like, oh, come on, bro.
There's so many some shit.
Bro, there's so many chances, bro.
It ain't hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? The East Flatbush Project joint, Tribe by 12.
Bro, you know how much fucking hip-hop is out there, bro? Imagine Aaron fucking Judge is coming to the plate. And you're just like, yo, bro. All right, bro.
It comes in danger,
all right. Let's go, bro.
Let's go,
bro. Come on, bro. You know the fucking vibes. Even like the most rigid white people are like, yeah, that shit slaps.
Yeah, it just slaps. This one comes in, he's like, Mob Deep is from Queens.
That's what. So I posted it on Twitter, and somebody was like, wouldn't that be appropriate for Queens? And I'm like, Yeah, because when we were all listening to Shook Ones when it dropped, everyone was like, "Oh wow, they're representing Queens right now. They only bang with the Mets. They only bang with the Mets, therefore." Because you know how many verses do you have with Prodigy bigging up Cespedes and talking about, "Yo, I'm on my way to Shea Stadium. Yo, my guns jam like Johan, like
Stadium. Yo, me and Benny Agbayani, yo."
All you niggas gotta act harder before you catch these bullets like Gary Carter. You're like, wow, deep cuts, yo. That's when people are just like, yo, they're like, that's when you know you don't really know New York hip hop. If you're like, those rappers are from Queens, so therefore they're running with the Mets. It's like, no, none of that shit mattered. None of that shit mattered at all. Not like someone might have been like, I'm a Mets fan as like a bar.
Yeah. Yeah, motherfuckers were wearing like Cincinnati Reds hats. Like the shit was like gang affiliated. Like niggas were wearing Astros hats.
We were wearing hockey jerseys.
Like
we were wearing hockey jerseys in the street. Okay, niggas was shooting at people that wearing Blackhawk jerseys in the Bronx.
You feel me? Like that's what I'm trying to tell niggas. Like we were like fam. Like we said on the show, we were wearing NASCAR jackets.
NASCAR.
Like I don't know any single nigga in the hood that has watched one lap of any NASCAR race ever.
But see, even then, it was just like New York was more like Knicks, Yankees. Not even. I was Rangers because the Rangers were good at that time. It was super easy to jump on the Rangers bandwagon because you know what it is. As a regular person that doesn't fuck with hockey, you don't give a shit about hockey. But once the news is like, yo, the Rangers are in the playoffs, you're like, let's go Rangers. Let's go, Rangers. Mark Marcier, you know what the fuck about this? Go, bro.
Mark Marcier, captain, my captain.
And the further the Rangers go in the playoffs, the more New Yorkers start fucking with them. All of a sudden, Hot 97 be like, "Yo, it's Hot 97. Yo, shout out to my Rangers. We out here. We doing big things, baby."
That's right.
Yo, Ebro, you see? Oh my God, that shit was off the hook. Oh my God. It's just like everyone talking. I'm Angela Yee. Oh my God, I love the Rangers because that's wild because they play on ice and my homegirl has a refrigerator that displays ice and you put the cup over there. So that's kind of cool. Oh wow.
Then Ebro comes in, he's like, "Yo, we should abolish ice."
He's like, "Thank you."
Okay, cool. Thank you for that.
Okay.
A wild diagonal statement in the middle of nowhere.
that just like abruptly made the show weird and like broke the conversational flow that was going before. But you know, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Up next, we're going to play some Tory Lanez. Okay, over here at your favorite radio station, Hot 97. You know, Tory Lanez. How many situations don't get better with real hip-hop?
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be real.
Think about it. Look how great their business are. It's because they respect real hip-hop.
You had 4 kids. How many of those, how much better would those kids being delivered have been if, number one, there was background hip hop playing, some instrumentals you like. So it gotta be from the golden age of hip hop, no new shit.
Of course.
Or even better, the nurse that delivered the nurse or the doctor that delivered your baby. Number one was either beatboxing or for even premium price, they were freestyling. They freestyled about while delivering your baby.
Yo,
okay.
Man, if Percy P delivered my child while freestyling off the top,
all right,
like yo, that's my favorite kid forever.
They're like, "Hey, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Martinez. Dr. Papoose is here to see you." Like, oh shit. Yo, as I enter placenta,
Adrian.
Yo, the P stands for placenta, also stands for pedestrian. That's what you do when you ride into equestrian. I'm like, yo, he's spitting.
Yo, he's spitting, bro. But you're also spitting into the...
No, he's spitting on the baby. He's spitting on the baby. He's breaking sterile field because it's coronavirus. Put on a mask. Yo, so come to our new hip-hop hospital. You can get real hip-hop.
We gotta do General Hospital, but maybe hip-hop hospital?
General Pop Hospital. Like, yo, bro. Gen Pop, real Gen Pop. Like, yo, that's... Okay.
Yeah.
Are we Gen hopping it? You see Mello today?
Yo.
They're saying, Bubble Mello.
Yeah. And people, yo, Yellow overreacting. Yo, my man came through in the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jada said, to quote the great Jadakiss, he's similar to Mello when it comes to the game winners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Listen,
that's what he did.
We've been telling you about the greatness of Mello. We've been.
You know what I'm saying?
We have been suffering with melothelioma for a while. That is a condition of when you're a fan of Mello.
Yeah.
So, listen,
melothelioma.
We out here.
We were gonna start a class action lawsuit, and then Selena and Bars broke up, so we were like, "Fuck it, we're not gonna do it."
Here you go. I have a structured settlement, but I need cash now. Call A6. Nah. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. I'm gonna need that structured settlement, my nigga.
Yo.
Ribs is touching right now.
Yo.
Yo, what's up?
We need some structure though, my G.
All right, you need cash now. I need cash now too. So what's up? What's up? Cause you know I'm looking at you right now. You know what I see? So what's up?
Cash money.
Cash money. All right. Now you know what? If you don't give up that good.
Yo,
you about to journey home in Kane.
That's when the blessings come in. Blessings come in.
This episode has been so real hip hop, and not a lot of Susio that I thought you were gonna come with the Mobb Deep instrumental for that song.
Which one? Which one?
Fuck. What did you just say?
For the. Damn, I forgot too.
Damn.
You know what? It's not our fault. It's the being indoors, the coronavirus. It's like
deepfakes, man.
It's affecting people's memories and stuff because like you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over in the same space, and your mind is like you're starting to like think. The other day, what was it? Yes, the other day I had to pay for something. I used a credit card and I had to sign a receipt, and my brain was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, well, how do we do this?" Like I've totally forgotten how to do little things like that.
Regular
think
shit.
Think about the next time you like no time soon. The next time we get on an airplane, we're gonna be the people at JFK that we hate at JFK. People who just don't know what to do. Oh, I take my shoes. Oh, I gotta take my iPad out my pants. Oh no.
Are you gonna touch it?
Can
I just try?
Okay.
Can I travel naked?
Just hop in the Uber. They're like, what terminal are you going to? I'm going to JFK. They're like, no, like you have to be more specific.
A, B, C. Arrivals, international, domestic.
I'm going to get on an airplane. We going in the sky.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, bitch. But
Yeah.
you gonna be going to motherfucking Alaska Air or you going to fucking Air Ireland?
Look, I brought a travel pillow because I'm gonna fly. Wee.
You go to West Palm Beach. I'm taking you.
I just tried to check in at the airport. I would just give my name. They're like, "How can I help you?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm checking in for my flight. So, is this like a hotel?
Just here. What's up?
What's going on?"
Is Hudson News like a CNN type of place? What's that?
They show just a liberal agenda, or what's going on? Where can a right wing person like me shop?
The liberal agenda at Hudson News?
Yeah, bro, why do you think all those travel pillows are there?
Yo,
huh? They want you to go to sleep.
Yo, those Reese's sticks are communist.
Okay, bro. Listen. Eating tuna fish with carrots and then getting on a flight. Yeah. Sounds like socialism, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not falling for it.
Yeah, I'm not falling for it. Nah, not me.
But remember when we were at the Newark Airport? Shout out to Newark Airport. I don't even know how you're still open. Next to Hudson News. Do you remember they had the America store? And we was like, who the fuck is buying anything from the America store?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, hey, do you want stuff that just says America? Like,
yeah. It's like a joke, fam. I thought I was like, is this like did the South Park creators invent this? Like what? Like,
hey, it's like a T-shirt. It's a T-shirt that just says America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's like the fucking like standard like fucking Xbox Live avatar.
Yes.
Gear.
America. I'm from America. Somewhere someone's traveling the world and they're like, these emails are so disrespectful. Like, this is important to us because there's travelers and they stop at every airport and they stop at the American store, the Germany store, the Netherlands store, and they just buy the T-shirts and the magnets. They're like, yeah, that's what we do, bro.
We just collecting countries, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can't colonize them, so we just get trinkets now.
Also, America is such a wild place. The American store just looks so racist. It just looks so fucking
I literally
racist.
was about to say that.
And all it is American flags.
It's just a flag. But yo, it's so wild that like niggas went from like Confederate flag is like, yo, that's ultimate sign of racism to now like, even just the regular old American flag is like, yo, listen. Because I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I made like creative players in UFC. I was mad bored, and I made creative players in UFC. And you got to pick the city that you're from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I pick, New York City because they didn't have the Bronx. So I was like, New York. And every time that I like have a fight, like with my creative player, it's like Merrill Martinez, New York City, blah 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 blah. And my banner has like the big ass American flag, and I'm just like,
nah, chill.
When you play Call of Duty and shit, and they give you like all the country flags and shit, I'm like, yo, where's the West Indies at?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? We play that shit too. The fuck?
Though I love in Call of Duty when like you go against and like people's tag name is MAGA, and you're like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's when I changed my shit to the Venezuelan flag. Like, I
remember it wasn't Warzone. It was like maybe 2 games before Warzone. But I linked up on a squad, and like 3 of my partners were MAGA. Fam, when I pulled out that rocket launcher and pointed it at the floor right when the board was started, woo! They were mad as fuck. And I didn't have the headset on, so I couldn't hear what they were saying. But now, like, I'm not even shooting at the other team. I'm stalking my own team around the board until I get kicked out. Like,
they gotta kick you out. But it's wild because it's like the like all video games now in the loading screens, like they say like, you know, they have like Black Lives Matter, we stand against injustice, this, that. But then like Call of Duty is like notorious for having like the wild toxic like lobbies, and you gotta just sit there for like 2 minutes until the shit starts. And it's just motherfuckers like berating you unless you want to mute them. But then you're muting everybody. You don't know where the shit is coming from. It's like a Zoom. You don't know where the shit is coming from. Like, you know what I mean?
I've stopped. I don't even turn on my headsets anymore when I play Call of Duty. I'm like, fuck it. I'll find my shit on my own. Like, I'm not risking hearing one person call me an N-word and I have to like now I lose my shit. Fuck that. Also, Call of Duty, they had that wild long Black Lives Matter loading message a couple of weeks ago, and everyone online was like, all right, we'll see when we get on there. We'll see. They're just hanging in the gulag like, hey, what's up, boy?
Yeah, boy.
Yo, you died, all you hear is
they got
Nero. Come out and play. Hey, where you going, you Dominican? Huh? Got a platinum in your pocket, or you happy to see me? Like,
I always pick like this is one dude, and I don't remember his fucking name, but he's a black dude, but he has like the shit that like Killmonger had in Black Panther, like that's the scarring,
the dots.
And he fucking he goes in like he's like, kill that motherfucker, like when you shoot at somebody, like he's like, I killed that bitch ass motherfucker. I'm like, yeah. So that's the guy that I choose to like annihilate all the MAGA guys with. And then I do the little teabag thing where you just squat up and down on their dead body.
One second, sorry. Sorry, no, I was trying to. There was a character they just added to Warzone, and what is it? The character that everyone said that she looks like Oprah Winfrey. Have you seen her?
Oh yeah! Oh no! They said she looks like Oprah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're just saying that because she's black.
Yeah.
But there's like one image. It does kind of look like she looks like Oprah. I'm like, why would they have Oprah in Call of Duty, guys?
Like, come on, yo.
You get a bullet. You get a bullet. Everyone gets a bullet. Everyone gets a care package.
Yeah, right. Everybody gets a free loadout.
Come out this way. The circle is closing.
Gas is
avoid the crowd. It's just her and Gale shooting back to back. Like,
Yo, Gale, cover my six. Stedman, you're my meat shield.
Guess what? These are a few of my favorite things. Frag grenades. Like,
Everybody look at your chair. Semtex.
No. You just see Oprah attach mad money to a balloon and it goes up in the air. Like, yo,
chill.
Chill. Shoot the balloon. Hurry. Yo, you're hiding out in the building. You hear a car come up. It's Oprah, Stedman, and Gale. You're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Yo, damn.
Fuck.
Don't gotta run.
You gotta hurry up and lock. You gotta hurry up and lock the door behind yourself. You're scrambling around looking for armor parts. Like, oh shit. Call of Duty Oprah Edition coming to the Xbox 6. Okay.
Yo, they can do that. Yo, if games did that, yo, I'm telling y'all, if all game developers just throw in like Easter egg shit like that, like throw in like, yo, Oprah, just random, random shit.
Even better, cut the bullshit. Make a Call of Duty where, basically, let's say it's Russia has attacked Hollywood, and now Hollywood celebrities have to fight off Russians in the Hollywood Hills. You can play as Chrissy Teigen, play as John Legend, Jay Ellis. Like, come on, bro. People, and then like the people have different, depending on how much money they have different weapons. They got different vehicles and shit. You can link up with other people. Come on, bro. Imagine Jay Ellis goes and picks up Issa Rae. Issa Rae got the wild M5 and she's riding a Kimbo. Yo.
She got the Kimbo 357s. Like, yo, what's
She's like, come on. Our new mission, we got to go free Yvonne Orji. Yvonne Orji, you free her. She's a fighter pilot. Like, listen, it all writes itself.
Yo,
it all writes itself, bro. Right? Think about it. He's like, Ramirez, secure that battle station.
You know what I'm saying?
Or how about Kalani, secure that in and out.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, shit. Oh, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. Okay? Listen, you know the show, all we do is write check. All we do is count money and, what is it? We got soft pawns. All we do is count checks, jerk off, and give you guys ideas that you sat in a conference room for 8 hours with 9 other people who went to schools that they mentioned all the time in conversation, and they could not come up with half the ideas we come up with. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry. Because you know, sometimes y'all listen to us and you're like, damn, these niggas don't miss. And then people come into your room and say, did you say the N-word? And you're like, no, I would never say that. Black Lives Matter. No. You know.
Yeah, of course. I'm an ally.
We know our audience. So, you know, we just out here.
But it's wild because I'm fairly confident that like 50% of our audience definitely says the N-word in every rap song. Like, sing along.
I would say it's higher. I would definitely say I would shout out to all the fans like, yo, you a mirror of my niggas. I'm like, okay, first of all, we are not even in New York, okay? I have no idea how I ended up in Babylon, Long Island, but you are doing a lot right now. Okay?
Yo, fair.
And then I feel bad because when it happens, I say it to them. I was like, you can't say that. And then they'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, my fault. For the first time ever in their lives, they thought about it. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And I know as soon as they go back to the boys, like, yo, I met that nigga Jesus. Yo,
that nigga was mad cool.
Those are my niggas. Yo, I fuck with them niggas hard. Like,
then Billy Joel comes in. He's like, Billy Joel Jr., what are you doing in here? Why are you saying the N-word so much?
Stop saying N-words. Oh, stop saying N-words. Nigger is a slur that we don't use. I was just sitting there like, wow, this Madison Square Garden concert is weird.
This is weird. This is not what I was expecting for an encore.
Dykeman girl, she's been living in her Dykeman world, and I'm trying to make a Dykeman swirl. You're like, whoa. I'm like, okay.
Of the wildest fucking rap line. Not even the wildest. It's not even close to the wildest rap line I ever heard, but it was just wild, weird. Where Beanie Siegel was like, I forgot what song it is, but it was like a single. And Beanie Siegel had a line in it where he goes, yo, I'm just trying to get a twirly on the dance floor. Like, fam, who gets their dick sucked on the dance floor in a club? Like, when has that ever, like,
Tupac did that.
He got a twirly on the dance floor?
Yeah, that's the whole rape charges and all that.
Shit. I didn't know it was. Oh shit,
bro! Getting your dick sucked on the dance floor happens a lot. I used to work in nightclubs. Like people, for some reason, getting your dick sucked in the movie theaters and getting your dick sucked in a nightclub, people think that's fun. Like
that's cool.
And now I sound old because I'm thinking about it through coronavirus lenses, but it's not. I've worked in a nightclub. I know how dirty nightclubs are. You should just don't pull out your human glizzy in a nightclub. All right.
Yo, but the wildest shit to me is that motherfuckers are doing it in this day. I mean, like, obviously not now.
No, they still are. They still are. No, they still are. They definitely still are.
Yo, but, like, in this day and age of, like, camera phones, it's like, yo, fam, there's going to be a video of this somewhere on somebody's Instagram. Like, I mean, it's going to pop up.
Let's keep it funky. Some people who will give you twirly on the dance floor don't give a shit about a video. Because think about it. If you giving someone, if you're twirly on the dance floor. If what you're trying to do is guarantee the bag, like, you don't care about a video like that. Like, that video could be the best thing that happens to you. That video, I mean, like, let's name some people who had, like, Kim K had a video. That did not hurt her.
Paris Hilton.
You know what I'm saying? Paris Hilton had a video. Some people could become famous. Like, say someone catches a video of you sucking dick on the dance floor, and then it goes on Shade Room or something, and now you get a reality show off of it. If that's what you were going in there to do, and you was like, fuck it, I'll do anything to be on reality TV, shit, that's just what you had to do.
you won. All you had to do was suck one dick. That's it.
Now you just got knocked up by some rapper that's popping now. Get that baby, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You are now good. You are now good. Now you can spend your day. You can spend your day in the shade room in Lipstick Alley making posts, talking about other people. You can fight with other people with Instagram comments. It gets reported on as real news, even though it's not real news.
Forget to sign out of your Burger account and shit, and post as your real shit.
Something happens to you, and like you're in a car crash, and people bring it up to me and Miro. They're like, "You want to talk about this person?" Me and Miro's like, "Who the fuck is this? We've never heard about this person." But then we go on their page, and this person has 6.9 million followers, and we're like, "What the fuck?
How?
What the?" Wait.
Oh, twirling on the dance floor. That's what happened.
Oh, you know what? Oh, she has 6 million followers. Yo, this is Shorty that twirled on the dance floor. She's on Irish Black Ink. So that's why she's
Irish Black Ink.
That's why she's so fit. Yeah, we the number one tattoo spot in Dublin, mate. So, you know.
Irish Black Ink. It's 3 dudes and one guy who's like, I'm Black Irish.
I'm Black Irish.
It's like Nick Offerman.
Teehee-to-hoo. Another day of making tattoos. I'm like, what?
Yo, dead ass. I used to work in a school with a dude. And I'm gonna say his name because fuck him, Mike Green, and he swore he was like, he's like, I'm Black Irish. He's like, yo, there's Irish people, there's black people in Ireland. I'm Irish black. I was like, fam, you look like fucking Clint Eastwood. There's no way that you're black. Stop. So I'm trying to relate to these kids and shit and be like, yo, I'm black too. You're not. You're like this wild you're like Tim the Toolman Taylor ass motherfucker. Like, and he swore, dog. Like,
they love that shit.
Dude is delusional.
It's like in my family, we are Black Irish, but people were like, yo, you should go explore that ancestry. And I was like, why would I want to know more about the Irish person that owned my family in Jamaica? Like,
no, I don't know about that.
We're making Green Book? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'll go hug him. I'll be like, hey, cousin. Hey, sorry about all that shit in the past, bro.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, you know what? Let's do a TikTok, bro. Let's do a TikTok. Let's show the world that we're united. All right, bro.
Yeah. Hurry up for Trumpito shuts it down.
Yeah, bro. I gotta go. They don't know I left the country yet, bro. But you know, do I have COVID? Why would you ask me that? I mean, just because I'm from America. Like, you know, bro. I had some hummus pie when I got off the plane. You know, just trying to, you know.
Just trying to get right, bro.
Just trying. Listen, if getting right is a crime, you know, I'm guilty, bro.
I don't want to be right.
But yeah, the part of Jamaica my mother was in, the Irish people had like sugar plantations in there in Christiana. So yeah. So shout out to. I'm actually named after one of the owners of my family, but you know what? He gets no props because I'm Jesus now. I reject that. I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't use my slave name.
That's right.
Government. That's right.
I'm
saying actually, my slave name from the government was my Xbox Live name, the one they give you when you first log in. It's like
it's like Charming Lizard, one.
Fish Stick Dumper 357. Your guy has on a tuxedo and he hops out like, ha! I'm like, all right, calm down. Calm down. Stop. My man, right now you're cyber cooning, and I need you to calm it down.
I need you to really stop with the soft shit. Like, you're doing a lot.
Also, anytime you make
it's a cyber cooning.
Anytime you make a black Xbox Live character, you gotta watch it because they be doing a little too much with the gestations.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Jesus. You want to play? Yeah. I'm like, all right. First of all,
listen, bro.
First of all,
you didn't have to hit the Millie Rock. I just turned you on.
Oh, he's like, oh Lord, let me just do a soft shoe over here while I install the division. I'm like,
hey,
why?
Niggas doing like the Michigan J Frog dance. I'm like, nah, fam, nah. We're not doing that. They're like, would you like to wear Jordans? Like,
oh no, your Xbox Live. It seems your subscription, Mr. Jesus. It seems your Xbox Live subscription has. Oh Lord, it's expired. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. You're like, what? Just press renew.
Bro,
why are you being so fucking dramatic? Like, none of the other Xbox avatars are doing all this shit.
You get the red ring and shit, then the shit somehow fixes itself, and the shit starts singing Amazing Grace. You're like, yo, stop, bro. Like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Fam, we're not a church.
I gotta tell. I'm like, listen, bro. Like, this Xbox shit, they're working out, but listen, that new PlayStation is looking right. So, you know, we have fun. We have fun. You can't do this no more. You turn your back, and all you hear is, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. You like, stop. Fuck it. I'm unplugging this. Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck that. Nah.
Fuck that.
you turn into fucking the Wild MAGA because you're a fucking console.
You know what? I had enough of these Xbox avatars. I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you and trying to show you your lives matter, but you don't care about what's going on in Chicago. So now you made me racist. Trump 2020, motherfucker. Beat it. You're like, what? I love the people on Twitter who's just like, listen, I was for y'all, but then y'all were mean to me, so now I gotta be racist. Like, no. It doesn't have to. That's not how. I'll send you a racial navigation ways. It doesn't have to be like that, my guy.
It's a very simple flow chart. Like,
turn left here on alt-right avenue. Like, no. Please keep rerouting.
You can't turn left on alt-right avenue. It's a one-way street.
Hey, you have reached your destination of Boogaloo Boys Hangout. You're like, no.
Yo, can we talk about that for a second? Like, if you're gonna start like this militia shadow organization, why would you name it something so fucking goofy?
Because the internet.
Like,
the internet.
Fuck,
memes,
dog,
tweets. Think about TikTok. Think about Instagram. Think about Fortnite. Think about all that. If you want to get the younger generation, you have to get everyone. Their language is memes. Okay? They love memes. And think about it. What's one thing you're gonna be like? They don't want. If they think about militias, you think about Timothy McVeigh. You think about the Oklahoma bomber. You think about scary loser white guys putting on fatigues to go drink beers with their boys in the woods. Now think about you're meeting your boys off 4chan. You might fuck around, play Call of Duty. And now you know what? Also, haha, whimsical. We wear Hawaiian shirts while we carry guns. Like, that's a meme right there. And now you take pictures of it. You see other people doing it. And now you have your own little language. You say in the big igloo. And you're saying all that shit. And also shout out to the I don't want to name the names, the illustrious podcast about Bodega Boys, which was talking about Boogaloo Boys way before it was on the radar of any of the mainstream media, a lot of the other podcasts and stuff. But as people say, all this podcast is the N-word and dick jokes. So, all right. Every now and then we drop a gem, but every now and then we talk about jumping headfirst into Sarah J's bosom. So, yeah, bro.
If I can read a quote from the Bodega Boys subreddit.
Yep.
Looking for an episode. What is the episode where Jesus talks about getting his cheeks clapped by a gorilla?
There you go.
There's one response. Number 170. Third Bodega-versary at 22 minutes.
There you go.
Look at how dynamic the brand is, bro. We talk about Pinot. We talk about animal cheek clapping. We talk about politics. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, I think it's time. You know what? It's time for us to do our big. We haven't done like a big project in a minute. So this is what I used to when I used to work at Redacted. I'm not going to say the name. Like, they were just like, if you want to save this company, come up with come up with a way to save the project. Save the company. I came up with 6 huge projects that would have saved the company to the point they scared the boss. They scared the boss of my boss because he was scared of. He wanted to go tell my boss she was fired because she was like,
coming for that number one.
This guy
spot?
is so much better than you, and she did not take it well. She still has that job. So shout out to Shelly. I'm not even gonna say what you are, but listen,
you nasty. You can do the Trumpito. Nasty. Shelly.
So listen, there's a project we got to do. We have to the same way. Victor, what was the name of that? I don't know if you probably know this. Mirror 2. Remember there was like a project and they were trying to map the human genome, and like it was something you run in the
the human genome.
Okay,
like 99.
Yes.
Yep.
So here's what we got to do. We created a Bodega universe, but we don't know it. Because we just create it and we're deists. We create it and we send it off to you. We don't know all the characters. We don't know all the transitional relationships with them. We don't know when we said this and we said this. We need to create a Bodega wiki. We need to create a big reference source. The same way they have the Marvel universe. The same way they got the Call of Duty universe. We need to create a centralized location that has all of the Bodega information. And that's why we have bodegahive.com, which I'm using this to pivot to. If you go to right now, you can buy tickets for our virtual tour. That's right. And because we love you, Bodega Hive, I'm going to try to say this as nicely as possible. You see that word virtual? Yeah. That means we're not going to actually be in your town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said virtual. I really appreciate all the emails that you guys are sending me about smoking a blunt with me. What hotel are we staying at? Can we come to your restaurant? No, fam. We're literally locked in our apartments. We cannot leave. We can't leave our respective states. Like, shit is crazy. But let me tell you something. Another one of you said, Jesus, are you, to be honest with me, are you just basically charging us for a Zoom conversation? Yeah, no.
Of course not.
Why would we do
be
that?
way
That would
more
be with
built out
scammers.
than that.
That would
Like,
be with
we didn't
scammers.
do that for
We're
y'all.
not scammers. We're not scammers. No, we said virtual experience. We're giving you experience. POV. No. I'm being told
So we
by
can't-
ICM we cannot be promising a POV.
Damn.
Okay.
Apparently, the overhead to send everybody their choice
Yeah.
of real doll was too much
Wow.
to take care of. So
So listen, the meet and greet me and Miro has set up. Listen, OnlyFans who?
It was a real
Shit.
meet and greet.
Okay.
Emphasis on meat.
Okay, MEAT. All
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Okay. we originally wanted to call it Glizzy and Tickle, but you know that's very problematic.
The
Glizzy
other
and
working
Tizzy.
title was,
Yeah, bro.
that boy got some meat.
But no, be sure to go to bodegahive.com, find out if there's still tickets available in your city. You know
what I'm saying?
Come out. Yo, listen, we
Yo,
miss
because that's what we
touring.
do. We crash websites. You know what I'm saying?
right. Shout out-
Bodega Hive,
shout
shout out
out
to
to-
y'all.
Shout out, because listen, I set up that Bodega Hive redirect, and I kept checking it because people was like, it's not working, and the Bodega Hive redirect was like, oh no, Jesus, you know your domains. I'm good over here. Check out that loser over here that needs to get his weight up, looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. It was like, I didn't know there was so many Bodega Hive members. What the fuck, bro? Just the webmaster was like, who are they BTS?
What?
Like, why are so many people
What's
going
going
tickets
on?
like this?
Yo, you know what that reminds me of? The first time that we sold merch at a show, and the dude, I'm not even gonna say the dude's name, he was just like, ha ha. He's like, yeah, sure, you guys can sell your merch, whatever. You guys are
Yep.
comedians. They never
Yep.
sell merch. 80,000. No, yo, Victor got carpal tunnel that night, nigga, from doing
Yep.
so many fucking
I'll
swipes.
tell you this much. Two things I hadn't seen before. The ATM ran out of money. and then
Yep,
because
I remember
so many
that.
People used cash because we're only using Cash App or cash. When I had to count the money, it was the first time in my life the smell of money made me sick.
Yeah,
Like,
listen.
musty odor, and it was like all over my hands, and it was like in that hotel room that like didn't have the best ventilation.
Yeah.
Listen.
It literally for a few days I just wanted to Earl like if I smelled bills.
You know, you remember that first comedy tour, bro? Riding the SVU with the pre-rolls, yeah, bro. Shout out to Denny's for holding us down, yeah.
And me looking what I look like, because we're going from city to city, I pull up at that time a Bank of America with about $12,000 in small bills in Philadelphia. Okay,
I love it.
bank teller's looking at me like, okay.
He's like, I think I saw you on that Peanut Live 215 show on YouTube.
Oh, so good. And then remember, like, oh, that was so much fun because like the Brooklyn show was like later in the evening, but then the Philly show was like early or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the DC show was at a weird time, and, and then we was grinding. That's it. And then we do the sound. They was like, "You guys ready for the sound check?" We was like, "We don't know what that is." But
does that
fuck it, let's
mean?
go. What does that mean? Sound check?
We can hear sound check.
I was like, you know what? Them checks we getting, they sound. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
That check sound good.
Damn, we were so new to comedy touring, like we almost entered the arena through the front door.
front door.
With the
Hey, people there.
audience.
Like, yo.
I remember the driver was like, I don't recommend that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, y'all.
I was like, let's hop out here. I want to get a drink before we start. They was like, you can't go to the concession. Nigga, your name is on the. Yo. Also,
they got a
speaking of
giant
which,
picture of you motherfuckers up this shit.
Also, speaking of which, shout out to the Apollo Theater. If you guys get a chance, please donate some money to the Apollo Theater. They're going through it because they haven't been able to have shows.
True.
Because they've been shut down. We all know the Apollo
It's
Theater
an institution.
It's an institution of black history,
It's a landmark.
entertainment, and nothing but legends have performed there. We've seen Biggie perform there, we've seen Jay perform there, Foxy perform there,
Yep.
the Bodega.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Sold out show.
Yeah.
Sold out show.
Sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Shout out on that pregame for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. We're probably never allowed back in the Apollo after someone humped the stump.
We'll be back.
We're gonna have to go to like the Uptown Apollo and shit. Shit gonna be like a hookah bar for 40 people. That's just cool. That's what's up.
Tear that shit down. I haven't looked at the balcony in a minute because the lights are blinding. Well, how y'all doing up there? Good.
Shout out to all my balcony people out here.
Fuck with y'all.
Fuck with y'all.
God damn.
Are people just yelling and shit?
God damn.
This is what it sound like if The Walking Dead was in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yo, chop cheese, my nigga.
Dead ass.
Yo, you dead ass, my nigga.
I'm
Straight
dead.
brains.
I'm dead ass.
Yo.
Literally.
I'm not even gonna lie. When I walk down 125th Street, every time I look at that sign, I'm like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, we did that.
We dunked on that shit.
That people looking at me like, who is that? I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah, get it, throw it out. Okay?
They're like, oh, yeah.
All right? We wasn't there with like 6 other comics. Okay?
Nah, it was just us.
bro. Yeah, it was just us. And that picture of us with the crowd behind us, that is iconic. That right there will go down in history.
Talk about
and that's
it.
part of it. That's part of it, because when people are going to learn the history of the Apollo Theater, we're right there. We are right. We did a sold out show there.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they're gonna be like, "Yo, every established comic has done something," and we're established,
Bruh.
We the
Eddie
real
Murphy,
deal.
Chris
Eddie
Rock,
Murphy,
everybody.
Amy Schumer recorded a special there. Like,
You know what
listen,
I'm saying?
baby.
Anybody you could
So-
think of. You know what I'm saying?
So you know those. And if you've ever stayed awake after Saturday Night Live, you might have stumbled upon Showtime at the Apollo. You know how it used to come on.
You know what I'm saying?
just hear,
That's
like,
the white dude with the trombone.
okay, every now and then you just hear Showtime, and you hear Saturday Night Live. They're like, we like to thank our guests. And this Saturday Night crowd was like, you know how they do that double clap in the end? Like the guy's like, bah, 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 bah. Give it up for Dave Chappelle. Give it up for our guest, Smooth the Hustler. And you're like, oh shit. And then you just hear, recorded live in New York. It's showtime at the Apollo. You're like, oh shit. You gotta turn it down for your parents hear it. Like, oh shit. I should not still be up. Oh my god, I'm getting in trouble.
They're gonna catch me listening to Snoop.
Oh my god, they're gonna touch the back. They're gonna touch the back of the TV and feel it's hot. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh no. But yeah, man. So if you got anything, just throw them something, or go to when they reopen. Be sure to visit there. Don't stop going to what's her name? Was it Sylvia's in Harlem? Yeah. So go there. Go to Apollo. You got more.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So that's us being benevolent. With the
now you're making me think. I'm just like, damn, how many like iconic theaters have we performed in? Sold out.
We performed a lot. The child to the what is it? The Wilbur Theater.
Yeah.
Listen,
Chicago Theater.
Bro, I don't want to gas it, but and this is gonna make some of you Boston people mad. The Wilbur Theater is our home game. Sorry.
Facts. Sorry, y'all.
We own the Wilbur Theater.
Yo, for real.
We own that bitch. Listen.
That's a fact.
You could say you sold more than us. You could say you've done more shows there. We were physically forced off stage because people have families, and we had like 2 more hours in the clip, bro.
Yep.
We was ready to go.
The crowd was like, nah.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
They was like, keep going, and the manager like pulled out the shotgun. Was like, if y'all don't get off my stage,
Get off my goddamn stage.
he was like, listen.
We were gonna turn that shit into a Yankees Red Sox game. Nigga, that shit was about to be 19 hours.
You know what? Now I stop and think about it. The person that pulled the gun out on us was Josh Gondelman.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
shit. Yo,
Wow.
now it all makes sense. Wow. Yeah,
Wow,
the
full
nice
circle.
guy shit, right?
Full circle.
Yo, I'm so nice.
Yeah, because I
I'm so nice.
remember
I'm
he
so
was like,
nice.
he was like, hey guys, I don't want to be mean, but if you don't get off the stage, I'll blow off your fucking heads. I love the show though.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
thank you.
Yeah,
I was like, thank you.
nice. Yeah.
I was like, thank you. Do you have a resume? Maybe I could possibly hire you in the future for the show we haven't gotten yet. And he was like, all right, let's see.
Josh is mad nice till you feel the barrel of the gun on the back of your neck. Like, oh, he's like, hey,
Wow.
I don't really want to shoot you in the back of the neck, so I'm just gonna let you know it's me. So
Listen, Miro, you just did a lot with that because you, first of all, you mentioned Josh from Boston. Josh loves real hip hop, but that line right there, Josh is mad nice to you for the gun on the barrel of your back. That's a Das Effect lyric. That's
called motherfucking bars. Nigga.
That might be a Run the Jewels lyric, my guy. Like, yo, I'm pointing at a fist. I'm pointing at a gun. Right now, I'm calling Spike Jones. Like, come on, we need to do another video, bro.
Yo, LP, remaster Funk Crusher Plus, yo, and put us on all the videos.
Yo, stop. You shut your fucking mouth, all right? You shut your fucking mouth. It's the 20-year anniversary of Fun Crusher Plus. All my real hip-hop fans, put your hands up, okay?
Hip-hop. Yo, shout
Real
out to
hip-hop.
Definitive Jooks.
That's right. All right? Shout out to Fun Crusher Plus, which turned me into the wild, pretentious hip-hop asshole.
Yes.
Because I remember my sister was listening to Pete Rock and CL Smooth, and I was like, "Oh, you listen to those sellouts?" And she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yo,
She was like,
man,
"What?"
I was listening to Company Flow and shit, and like motherfuckers were listening to Hot Boys, and I was like, ew. I was like, that's not real hip hop.
I was like, "How you listen to pop? You might as well listen to Britney Spears." Wow.
Ew.
Wow.
I'm doing head spins on concrete and shit while I'm saying this.
I was like, "Oh, you listen to commercial hip hop? You listen to Sean Price?" Wow. They were like, "What?"
Sir, that's not commercial.
They sell Sean Price at Fat Beat. I was like, all I listen to is Company Flow.
That's
all I
it.
listen to is Company Flow.
That's it.
The fire in
And
which you
Cannibal
burn.
Ox.
The fire in which you burn. They were like, yeah, I'm gonna back up now.
Yeah,
You're,
I'll leave you alone.
yeah.
I'm gonna chill.
Can I get a ride to Flatlands, please? I gotta go see a concert. Come on, hurry up before. Oh my God, before NYU buys it and turns it into dorms. Come on, help me.
NYU's gonna buy Manhattan and turn it into a dorm. Like people always
NYU
saying, like,
already bought Manhattan.
yo, Merrill, you be predicting shit. Yo, 2025, Lower Manhattan is gonna be NYU dorms.
All in Manhattan. Wait till you have to go. They're gonna rename Central Park to just like grass and shit. They're like, it's gonna be mad NYU
grass
students out there.
NYU field.
While we joke, there is a real estate crisis in New York happening. Well, in the United States happening because the moratorium on evictions they're supposed to expire this weekend, so they might evict a lot of people. But then people don't realize like it's bigger than that because what's going to happen is you have landlords who, not the landlords that live in their property, but landlords that have second and third and fourth properties. They're not going to be able to pay for those third, fourth, and fifth properties. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen is if the bank takes them back, no one has money to buy those here in America. However, if your country recovered from COVID, you got a little extra spending money.
You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? America is looking like shit.
The wild Airbnb right now.
Right now, America's looking like the 99-cent store, bro.
Dollar Tree.
I'm not
early.
even kidding. Like, if you see some of the prices of Manhattan apartments, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like on 42nd Street, guys.
Yeah,
like
wild.
right in the middle of Manhattan because there's nothing anymore. And there's like living in Manhattan to us is like, oh, you living in it's New York. You know, you get in there, you turn to
Sex in the City, man, beautiful. Yeah. I'm prancing down Fifth Avenue. Nah,
bro, there's parts of Manhattan now that you live in, and it's just there's no stores. Every store is closed. So now there's no store in walking distance, no bar in walking distance, no restaurant in walking distance. What is the point of living in Manhattan and paying a stupid amount of rent? Like you can go live in Jersey, you can go live in Philadelphia, you could work remotely for any corporation. Shit has changed, but at the same time, New York is always going to be a great place to have property. So if you got some change and you were in Europe or you got stashed some money, buy some property in America, or even listen, let's get even deeper. Buy some farmland in America.
Yeah. Buy
Because
acres.
There you go. There's not that much farmland in other countries. There's lots of farm in America, and a lot of banks are going, a lot of farms are going under, and then you control the food supply, and that's how you control the economy.
Yep.
But that's very dark, and you know, you come on this show to hear about hip hop and the N-word and other things
And
like
Pino.
that. So, and Pino.
Nah, but yo, you know what's wild is that like us, like children of immigrants, you know what I mean? Like I know for a fact that my dad and my mom can like sustain themselves like off the land.
Yeah.
Because they did it. They mango trees, plantain trees, rice paddies, all that shit. I know they could do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fucking Jared and Tyler who can't even keep a cactus alive. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? But
They're gonna die.
yeah,
virus.
Listen, shit, nigga. When the last thing
Also-
they eat is Skippy peanut butter and you got a peanut butter allergy, it's quiet.
Also, shout out to you because you were like children of immigrants. I was like, don't tell them we're children of the corn. Come on. All right? Sherry said stop mentioning that in the interviews. Like, every time we do an interview, they was like, how do you feel about not getting an Emmy? They was like, at this point, Jesus and Mero's eyes lit up and they proceeded to levitate. I was like, shit, take them out.
Oh,
Tell them
shit.
to take that out the interview. Fuck.
Oh man, damn.
Sherry, I told. Oh.
No, not children of the corn. It's he's Mace and I'm bloodshed.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace. Rest in peace, bloodshed.
Oh shit, we didn't even talk about the so much has happened, so much in Corona. We didn't even talk about like that huge robbery that happened last week that everyone was upset about.
Oh,
Us nigga, we got robbed. We got robbed. We didn't get
right.
an Emmy nomination.
That's right.
Okay?
Yo.
I thought Black Lives Mattered, America.
Yo,
Huh?
John Oliver, you got 24 hours to respond.
Exactly. I don't want to make it hot. All I want to say is the Emmys are anti-black, and whoever accepts the award against us in the variety section is a racist.
That's
So,
right. Unless you
Even
be
if
like, yo, this belongs to
This
DJ
should've
Romero,
been
and
to
then you
DJ
got to do the
Romero.
Macklemore shit and be like, yo, sorry I robbed you, bro.
There you
And
go.
put it on Instagram.
Okay? And then me and Miro
saying?
would be like, I'm going to pop some tags.
I got $20 in my pocket.
Pocket. Wow. They really, and everything that's going on right now with all the empty optics, all the Black Lives Matter signs on the floor, and black people sing the anthem and sports events. You think the Emmys would have been like, let us get a black face in this category? Job done.
Let me tell you what happened. They looked at the nominees. They were like, all right, bet. Trevor Noah, immigrant, black, check. Samantha Bee, woman, check. Boom, we're done here. Fill it up with Jimmy's.
There you go. Also, as someone pointed out, it's kind of suspicious how this year there were only 5 nominees in our category, as last year there were 6, which is interesting because we got robbed last year, and that
And that's
change
why
we get
disappeared.
now would mean that the Emmys are engaging in institutional racism.
That's right.
That's right. All right, I said it. And now everyone's like, these,
I'm watching
everyone's
it right now. Zoom, he said it with his chest.
Everyone's saying, these, you're going to ruin any chances of getting an Emmy. You know what? We're the Susan Lucci's now. Now our brand is we don't get Emmys.
Yeah.
Now
I said this shit
created-
on Twitter. I was like, yo, it's like hip hop at the Grammys. Like,
Exactly.
fuck it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? We just got to take a picture with all the other black late night. Oh, oops.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Speak on it.
Oh, so we
Speak
should
on
just
it.
we should just take a selfie, like they did, like how Will Smith and Moni Love and all the,
Yeah,
you know
remember
what I'm
that?
saying? Yeah, remember that selfie with like you know all the luminaries of hip hop.
Listen. To quote the illustrious Pusha T, believe in myself and the Coles and Kendricks. Let the sock puppets play in their roles and gimmicks. Shit. Remember Will Smith won the first Grammy and they didn't even recognize Hove until Annie. Listen. So I don't tap dance for the crackers to sing Mammy. Because I'm supposed to juggle these flows and nose candy. Yeah. Right, let's get a little too much. Ferrari, my 40 blew the candles out. Tom Brady, you niggas, I had to scramble. All right, push it. All right, we're gonna relax. You listen to too much Pusha T, you start calling the old connect like, yo, Poppy, it's Jesus. He's like, hey, congrats on the show. Hey, Poppy.
I'm proud of you. Because
thank
of
you,
you, I turned my life around, and now I have a store. I have 2 franchises. I have
Oh, wow,
station.
Poppy, that's good.
Yeah,
you still got the
baby.
shop and shit?
Well, yeah, Poppy,
And your
yeah,
daughter,
I'm
how's she doing? She good?
She's good. She married a nice man, you know. She have a
Okay.
nice children. I have
good.
grandchild now. And
So you see my show? You seen the show I do with Miro?
yeah, beautiful
Yeah,
show. It's
that's
like,
cool,
I love
that's
it. I love your representation of us, man. It's cool. It's cool.
That's cool. Cause like, listen, Showtime, like, they be delivering this shit, right?
Okay.
So I want to take that money. I want to put it into bricks, right? So I need these fucking wet bricks. Like,
Oh,
you got these bricks that
word.
kill niggas? Like, yo, I don't want to. Like, niggas got some garbage on 110. I want to flood the block right there. Like, yo, fuck all this Viacom shit, nigga. The streets is back. Yo, Street
Well,
Jesus is back.
Papi-
I'm gonna need a PPK. I'm gonna need 387. Yo,
man.
you got
Papi-
armor puss and bullets.
Papi,
like, yo,
you
fuck that.
talking-
Yo, I
you-
need my corners back right
Poppy,
now.
you talking on the phone a lot, and like I say, I just
Oh, no,
have
I'm
gas on
calling-
the station.
I'm
I have
calling
gas on
from
the
the.
station. That's it.
I'm calling from the Showtime office, so it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. They
Oh,
don't know.
okay, está bien, papi. Mira, come to 187 in Broadway, right there. I got you, my nigga.
You know what?
4B right there.
Oh, wow. I'm really bad with numbers. I'm going to give you my driver's phone number. Can you just text him the address?
Oh, see, okay. If you're not gonna snitch.
Oh, no. Fast forward 2 years later. I'm just standing in the trial. They're like, at this point, the defendant, he asked the drug dealer to text the coordinates where he would pick up the cocaine to his driver. I'm like, shit. Yo, like, Victor, can I say that? Victor's not even next to me. He's like in 3 rows behind. I'm like, yo, Victor, can I say that?
He's like, yeah, they can. Actually, sorry.
Yo, Your Honor, I got an objection. They're like, you can't object. Nah. But like all this, like discovery and evidence, like yo,
Yo,
she's
what
blowing
is
my
that?
high. She's blowing my
Like,
high.
why y'all
Like,
discovering shit?
Yo, I came in here like wild smacked. And right now, like the reality, like this shit ain't cool, bro.
Nah, it's not at all.
But I think Mike will hold you down.
He will be like, no.
He would
Mike will be like, that's all my cocaine. All that cocaine is mine. He will snort it right there to prove the point. I'll be like, Mike, you didn't have to do all that. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
I'm
We'll
gonna
write it
pull
down.
out duct tape and shit, start taping it to himself. Like, look, it's mine.
I'm like, yo. I'll be like, Your Honor, can I approach the bench? They're like, no. I'm like, nah, let me approach the bench. Come on. I just wink at her. I'm
Just
like,
as a treat.
I'm like, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Listen, like
I know you holding under that rope.
like I know this looks bad and shit. Like I got the bricks, and I'm probably going to jail for 25 years and shit. But like,
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of
I just
cocaine.
want to say, like, you don't see strong women like you that often. Like,
Well, I really appreciate that. I appreciate
like
that
a woman
sentiment.
that like your
Yeah.
knowledge just comes through, but yet you still manage to just keep the beauty. And a lot of women
Wow.
at 59 just aren't as radiant as you.
Well,
and
thank
the
you.
way the robe just kind of tucks in at the right angles. Just-
Oh well, I kind of
know.
did that on purpose. I was hoping somebody would notice. Thank you.
I mean,
My
I
husband
just
barely
wanna-
speaks to me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with him? He doesn't-
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
know what he
awful.
has.
He just wants to play golf, and he's always on some
that's-
website called Backpage.
Oh,
He says
come
it's
on,
about.
man.
He says it's a classified ad thing, but
Listen.
I just let him. I leave him to his own devices.
Listen. I'll be honest with you. It's Friday. Why don't I meet you in the parking lot after this after you drop these cases? You drop
Oh,
these cases,
absolutely.
drop these cases, I'll drop these boxers.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
for sure. Yeah, 100%. Actually, if you want to peek under my robe,
I mean,
hey,
hey. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Look at my Zuzu. Yeah,
Yum, yum, yum.
yum yum yum. That's what you're gonna be saying later, sweetheart.
Wow. Question. How exactly do you get the lips to hold the scale of justice like that? That's wild.
Well,
Like, yo.
I was a dancer in Atlantic City before I pursued the justice system.
Wow. Also, breaking news: they are turning Sin City into this is gonna break your hearts.
Oh no, what's it?
Because originally the rumor was they were gonna turn Sin City into condos, which I'm like, I'm for that, bro. Imagine you get a condo in the Sin City Tower and it's like haunted by an old dancer's ghost. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
But
get free lap dances.
they're turning it into one of those places where when you collect the cans, you turn it in there and you get the money. So I'm like, shouldn't Sin City be a landmark? Like,
Yo, stop, man.
what's more important to America, Central Park or Sin City?
Sin City,
Sin City.
without a doubt. Come on, man. Like, I
where
don't
did
even
George
remember
Washington-
last time I went Central Park. I'm gonna keep it super funky.
Where did George Washington sign the Declaration of Independence?
Sin City,
Sin City. I
right
remember.
there.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying? There's
remember
video.
when Ben Franklin was in there while smacking, he wrote the almanac?
Yup.
Listen,
Yo.
that's big after hours energy. Writing an
Big
almanac?
after hours energy. Yo, remember when
Yo.
he sniffed that whole 8-ball by himself? And it was a thunderstorm outside, and he was like, yo, I bet you niggas I discover electricity right
I remember.
now.
I was there.
Right now.
I remember.
I was like,
remember.
yo, bro, you wildin'. And he
Remember
went
he
outside
took
with the
his
kite
shirt
and the
off?
key. Yup.
Remember he took his shirt off. He did a bottle of Bailey's to the face.
To the grill.
Out there. And the crowd was like, go Ben. Go
Ben. Go
And he was doing
Benny.
the hip-hop.
That's my Benny.
He was doing the hip-hop Harry dance. He was like,
Yeah.
go.
Who's next? And we were like, nah, we're not trying to get electrocuted.
And as soon as he said who's next, he got shocked by the electrocute.
Yup.
And then we was like, oh, wow, this guy died. And he was like, he got up. He was like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all
Y'all thought I was finished?
I was like, oh.
When y'all see that Ford model, y'all thought it was rented?
That's right. Welcome to Bodega Boys history.
Yo.
We're doing a charter school, but it's not for kids. It's just so we can get PPE loan money. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, if we are opening registration for Niggas Be Learning, our
Yes.
chapters, our charter school,
You know
we're opening registration for grades K to 18. I don't know.
Whenever you age out.
We're
K
gonna
to GED.
We're gonna do it. Our grade system is like how they do it in England, so it doesn't make any sense. So you'd be like, "Oh, what grade are you in?" They're like, "I'm in level 5," and you're like, "What is that? College? High school? What? I don't."
How you? Everybody in this room is of varying ages. I don't understand.
I'm in primary school, but you're like, "Is that first school
Is
or
that
last
first
school?"
grade? Like what?
Or,
That's not.
I'm in my
that's not high school?
penultimate grade. And you're like, "Is that your last? Your
Your
second?
pen? Is it penult?
Is it for a pandemic?
Do you have to use a pen for every class? Is that what that
Like,
means?
Can you not use number 2 pencils? I don't know.
The fuck?
I don't know.
Come on, mate.
Listen.
Yo, sports are doomed. Let's keep it real. The NBA is
Yep.
only putting it off, right? MLB probably is going to be a dub soon. NFL
Bro,
is absolutely
I think-
going to be a dub.
MLB is probably done. By the time this drops, MLB is probably done. I think MLB just like, they're like, yo, make sure we get this Yankee Red Sox game in.
Yeah, and then
after
we'll
that,
call
they're
it.
like, yeah, we're done. We're done. They're like, nah. They're like, we got enough views.
They're like, yo, let the Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox play, and we're good.
And shout out to the NBA store. They dropped a limited edition Disney line to celebrate the bubble. And I was like, oh, why don't they have anything for the Knicks? They was like, okay, you see the part about celebrating the bubble?
You got to be in the bubble.
You got to be in the bubble. I was
that's kind of the requirement.
I was like, I know for a record a lot of Knicks got bubbles. They was like, nah, on your dick.
Nah. J.R. Smith doesn't play for the Knicks anymore, guys.
Ew.
No, but low key, that's like I mean, like not that they need any more money, but that's like an easy cash grab. Like
easy.
Like that's such an easy cash grab. Like yo,
and it's just like it's the owners because it's a weird position. Some of the owners have no liquid funds. Like they own the stadium, they own hotels and stuff,
and it's all just like equity.
Yeah. So what they're doing now, they're going to their rich friends and they're like, yo, if you give me this amount of cash, I'll give you a cut of the team I own in perpetuity.
Yep.
Like, bro.
Fam, that's how deals. That's how you get the Bobby Bonilla deals, fam.
Listen, cash is king.
Yeah, fact. Yo, that's a fact, and it's wild because it's like talking about the NBA. Like those dudes there's a whole story about it. Those dudes that signed the NBA TV deal when everybody thought the NBA was going to be a flop, and those dudes just been chilling forever. Like, cause the money just gets exponentially larger. They ain't got to do nothing. They just resting, chilling, and the NBA is just making money for them because they signed a bozo deal in like 1968 or some shit like that.
It's like when the Yankees made the Yes Network, and everyone was like, oh, like nobody's going to pay an additional amount of money to watch Yankee games. And Yankees were like, we'll see.
You thought.
We'll see, bitch.
You thought. Now they play everything on that motherfucker. Nets games, Yankee games,
WNBA games.
Michael K talking to Alan Alda for 6 hours straight.
Oh my God, you're a real New Yorker. I'm like, how many times can I know this? Today they had George Steinbrenner's granddaughter sing "God Bless America" in the 7th inning stretch.
Sheesh.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe throw a little auto-tune on the mic.
Listen, she did sing. She did sing.
You know, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
You know,
I'm doing hit with Chris Jenner.
I'm sure the last note in the "God Bless America" is not an F sharp, but you know you did what you did.
You know, like, some people improvise. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta stop. Why are we still singing "God Bless America" in the national anthem at sports events? You don't do that,
bro.
Movie.
Let's just get right into it, bro.
They're great.
Like, let's get right into it. Like, we're here to see sports. B, we're not here to.
This shit got nothing to do. Also, it's like
there's no correlation.
Singing "God Bless America" is like saying scoreboard, and if you look at the scoreboard, we're losing. There's nothing. Ain't no reason to be singing God. It's like, if anything, change the lyric. Be like, God help America.
America.
We really need it.
Please, God help America.
We need ventilators and face masks, and we need y'all to get out of our ass. Like, we need to sit to listen, we need someone to do a G mix of God Bless America.
Yo, for real. 50. It's on you.
Matter of fact,
we're going to do it over.
From now on, in 7th inning, stop playing God Bless America. Stop playing God Bless All the Trap Niggas.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
That's right.
Okay,
those are the essentialists.
Exactly. Oh,
yo,
that's what we need. You gotta have like a line of like school kids singing it. Like, yo, we have PS84. Come out here, all right? It's like 1, 2, 3. When you wake up before you brush your teeth, grab your strap, nigga. Only time you're down on your knees, shoot a cap, nigga. Fuck what you heard, God blessing all the trap niggas. God blessing all the trap niggas. You're like, oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, wow, it's so wow.
The commentators are like, all these kids come from various hoods, and they're here to help represent the trap niggas. Give it up for them.
Give it up one time for all the trap niggas.
One time for the trap niggas. With 108 grams for a chest. They're like, oh, this is beautiful.
You just see like 20 niggas in the stands with Pele stand up and put their hand across their head.
Like, yo.
Appreciate y'all, yo.
Gotta do acapella.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a lowercase t across my chest. It was like, wow, this is so good. Wow. This is so good.
It's amazing.
Oh, my God. He's speaking to us. You don't miss.
Yo,
staying for our anthem, God damn it.
I feel like you're more on top of shit than I am. What happened to Billie Eilish? Is she out here still? Is she popping? Like she was super popping.
She's super popping, but you know, it was like she's still popping. She's just not popping on our radar because we're older. But she's like still out there on TikTok and doing all that. She keeps dropping albums and stuff. And shout out to Spotify because now, you know, I've stopped being an old dusty man and just walking around with shoe boxes full of cassette tapes. Now I'm listening to actual new streams and shit. But like she has new music and stuff. She's out there trending. She's good.
Yo, not for nothing. To me that's the good thing about streaming shit now. It's like because I totally hear you on the like, yo, I want to own my music and have it forever and not have it be like disappear or have to pay a monthly fee to listen to my favorite album. But like the way that they push it together for you, like when and you don't even got to do it, like and like this you fuck with Future, right? Yo, this shit is about to drop. Like here it is.
Yeah.
Like
or like
yo,
if you like Future, this rapper is kind of like him. Maybe
yeah.
Like I get that. The problem is it's more of an economic problem because I'm in a position where I can go on Spotify. If I like what I hear, I can go to the iTunes store and physically buy the album, which is big for me because I set up a Mac as a Plex server to stream my music off inside the house because I'm a nerd. I got nothing but free time to do shit like that. But the average person doesn't have that.
Computer niggas unite.
You know what I'm saying? Computer niggas. All right, on my TCP, that's IP niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yo, show them the HTML stack.
Talk to them.
TCP/IP stack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my PHP, MySQL, DNS bind niggas.
That's right.
But
you know what I'm saying?
The average person, like, the way the economy is right now, you asking someone to pay for cable, you're asking them to pay for Spotify, you're asking them to pay for various apps, this, that, and the third. And so, for them, if you can just go on Spotify and listen, you pay like what, $5, $10 a month, unlimited streaming, but then the artist doesn't really get a fair amount of money, which makes people not want to be artists or not make people put their stuff on the platform in the first place. So it's just like it's weird because it puts the impetus on the consumer because it's just like, how do I support artists, but how do I also feed myself? Yeah, I don't have stupid money like that. And then it's weird because you have these artists and they're worth $17, $18, $20 million, and they're screaming at people who are barely making $15K a year. They're like, why don't you stream my shit? Stream my shit more. You need to stream more shit. Like,
yo, chill.
Like, yeah, that's not my job.
I'm like,
my
I
job
like
is
your
not to
music.
support you. Yeah.
Like, here's my job. Like, it's not even a job. It's a you're welcome. Yeah. I listened to the song, I screen grabbed it, and then I put it on Twitter. So you got free promo. There you go. You're welcome.
There you go.
Now we're even.
Who's your A&R? A guy that plays a mountain guitar?
You know what I'm saying?
A guy that plays an electric guitar? Huh?
Fuck out of here.
Like,
he don't know the meaning of dope.
People are gonna be like, what did Deezus and Mero mean by that A&R comment? Was that specific towards?
It's a GZA song, guys. If you knew about real hip hop, you would have got that right away.
If you want to hear real hip hop and get sad, listen to GZA's labels, and like 95% of those labels no longer exist.
They don't even exist. Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy.
Wow. Hip hop, real hip hop. Yeah.
That's the joint. Yo, GZA was just like really into acronyms for some reason. Like, I don't know.
Wow. Okay, someone's still doing fireworks? I'm gonna go outside with a sign like, sir, it is July 31st.
Sir, we're done. We're done here.
And low-key, I thought it was a gunshot, so I was like, oh, that's normal. Now I'm just like, fireworks? Y'all ruining the neighborhood. All right?
Stop! You're bringing down the property value.
If it ain't the blicky, I don't want to hear it, okay? Yeah. God damn it.
Yo, fam, speaking of that, Trumpito's always saying some wild shit.
Uh-huh.
But he said some shit the other day that I was just like, wow, you really fucked up. Like, the shit about, if you're pursuing the suburban American dream, we're not going to ruin it by building low-income housing in your neighborhood. I was like,
yeah.
Yo, I was like, fam, I'm like, I would say, I'm not
surprised. He's not dog whistling anymore. Like, he's just coming out and open it. But then you got to stop and think. Donald Trump thinks America is a Lana Del Rey song. He thinks everyone is doing everyone's doing mad Adderall and they're living in the suburbs, drinking wine and waiting for their kids to come home from school on the school bus. I'm on that summertime madness. Like, no, that's not,
homie.
That's not the case. Also,
it's more like a Keisha Cole song. Like,
have you seen a recent picture of Lana Del Rey?
No, she look wild.
She looking mad MAGA right now. Okay,
oh no.
So listen, that red hat, it flows through you, bro. So also shout out to Trump. No. Remember earlier I told you Trump said he's gonna. Well, this is how the world works right now. While we're doing this podcast, I just saw a tweet that Trump on Air Force One said he's going to ban TikTok. So
good luck, pal.
So it's not even like good luck. It's kind of like now. I guess that's where this episode of America is going this weekend. So let's
Trump versus
keep an eye out for that.
Trump versus BTS Army.
Okay. They're gonna be like, you guys You can't take this away. Come on.
Come on.
So you gotta
Bring us
ask
joy.
America. I got a question for you. Would you rather have this or Trump?
Ooh. Yeah. Shorty come through and I'm like, yo, let me get some of that. Yeah.
Well,
And I'd be like, yum.
Nothing but bops.
Bops.
So good luck. Good luck, Mr. Trump, for trying to end TikTok. TikTok. They were saying that he's mad because people are roasting him on TikTok. So
Yeah. Fucking Barron's probably roasting him on TikTok. And that's the wild shit, too, because there's so many, there's like, celebrity children on TikTok. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. I was just like, yo, please let Barron be one of those kids. You know what I'm saying? That just puts Trump on blast. Like, here's my dumb dad taking his shit.
But he's eating good off of Trump. So the people are just like, oh, they probably hate Trump. Like, no, like Trump is hooking their shit up.
He's like, I'm good. He's like, I got 4 Nintendo Switches, and this is shortage.
They're like, yo, you guys are poor out there. Like, not us. We good. I got all types of cheeses.
Like, fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
I got the garlic herb shit.
You know what I'm saying? Eating good, bro. Eating good. Oh, man.
Yo. Oh, my God. Fucking. Oh, shit.
Oh, it's sad, bro. It's sad what's happening to this country.
Yo. Chainsmokers have destroyed America.
I mean, if we're going to be honest, the Chainsmokers have been destroying America for quite some time. Right?
Are they American? Because, all these, like I assumed Swedish House Mafia was from Sweden.
Yeah. The Chainsmokers are American.
Okay.
They are from New York City. Wow. I don't want to scare you, but we definitely worked with the Chainsmokers at Vice. Because if you see them, they both look like former Vice employees.
Oh, God. Google time.
Listen. But as much slander as I have for the Chainsmokers, I have to say, Don't Let Me Down with Daya is a bop.
It is.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Down. They got some bops.
Okay.
They got some bops. I love the Chainsmokers remix of Tove Lo High All the Time.
That was a joint. Yeah.
That's some joints right there,
That was like my 20s. That song. I was like, I relate hard to this. Damn, they made $68 million in 2020.
That's right. So why are we still doing this fuck ass podcast? Like, let's start making some shitty EDM.
Yo, yeah, we're a duo. Let's just fucking make EDM.
How hard?
And just turn knobs and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Martinez brothers. Y'all want to be the Martinez quadruplets?
All we gotta do is go back, because listen, this new generation is dumb as fuck. The only people that know anything is like dancers and real DJs. So we gotta go steal old house music songs and then throw like a wild whack drum pattern on top of it.
Yes.
And if anyone catches it, we was paying homage, bro.
Yo, hold up. Do you think that anybody still remembers the Head Candy compilations?
Oh, whoa. Of course. No. Hassan, edit that out. Edit that out, bro.
Yo, Beach House. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
We just throw Beach House and throw some different drums on Beach House?
Listen. They don't know, bro. They don't know about the deep shit.
Come on, son.
They don't know shit. Wait till we'll be like, coming to the state. We're not the chain smokers. We're the weed smokers, I guess. The blunt smokers.
the blunt smokers.
No, we're the Reggie smokers. Yeah, bro. The Reggie smokers. Wait till we come out there. I'll be like, yo, I just made this. I'm like, bro. Think of it. Whoa, he came up with that. I was like, yeah, bro, I made that myself. I came up with that. That's never been paid before. Don't go looking in 2006 to see if anyone else made it.
No. This is an original. This is an original track.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
All we do is play original shit, bro.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? I call this one Music and Wine.
I'll be like, you know what? Me and Miro, we worked last night. It took us a long time to come up with this, and I just hope you guys really enjoy this. We call it "Tomorrow Is Coming," written by and it's performed by Jennifer Martinez.
Beautiful, man. We're geniuses, bro.
Yeah, turn up. Shout out to Herman Cain's family. Woo. Bro, you buzzing, bro?
Shout out to his family.
Bro, you buzzing? You feel it yet, bro? Bro, you feel me yet, bro? Yeah, bro. Woo. Listen.
There's one dude with the Serato face and then one dude just jumping around and shit, like throwing shit in the crowd.
Listen.
Yo, but you know what I'm saying?
Periodically, we just stop in the music like, please, again, send drugs to the DJ booth. Again, send drugs to the DJ booth.
The most uncut raw shit you have, please.
Whatever. If you don't even know what it is, just throw it at. If it's ketamine, just throw it at us. We'll catch it in our mouths. We don't give a fuck. We out here to party, bro.
Let's go. Let's get lit. We're gonna drop our most, you know what I'm saying, a new joint. You know what I mean? We just came up with this in the lab before we came on stage, guys. Get ready. Nothing but originals. Straight.
Woo! Nothing but bangers. Every time the problematic light drops, like mad smoke fills the club and shit. They're like, oh! You know what? This song is ableist. They're like, oh! That's right. We're not called the chain. Instead of the Reggie Smokers, we're called. Instead of the Chain Smokers, we're called. Oh, the name of our EDM group is Narcan Patch.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Bang.
Come see Narcan Patch perform at Coachella, bro, after Bodie Goats. Yeah, bro. They're going to be like, how many... They're going to be like, you guys... We keep seeing you guys perform in different tents, and how many times are you I'm like, we're just Jesus and Mero.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you guys especially look like the Grime Boys, Boney Goats.
No. What you're doing right now is called gaslighting?
Are you guys... And as we're sitting there, someone's like, watch spot. They're like, oh shit, white genocide, brotherhood and loyalty. We're like, brotherhood and loyalty. Yeah.
Brotherhood and loyalty.
They're like, you're also white genocide. Like, yeah, you know what? It's
what the fuck?
We got
sorry.
We got different things, you know.
Yeah.
It's
fine. It's okay. It's fine. You know, people make mistakes. It's fine.
You know, we anyway, we got to go perform now. We're at a rally in about 10 minutes. So
yeah.
Get on stage. We're like, Trump 2020, motherfucker. Go. Yo, it's been episode 213.
That's right. Whole lot.
I was on 213 in White Plains. Me and my boys had to walk to 233rd to catch the train. I saw you, but you were walking and you were like, oh, look at these bum ass niggas.
Oh, look at this bum ass nigga.
Yo, it's your boy Jesus Nice, aka Young Chipotle. It can pocket stay fat like Tyrio. It can pocket stay fat like, here we go. Someone out my nose, bitch. Young Day Party, Young Hot Take, DJ Fuego. Mr. Nanas with a Rondo, 1994, Mikhail going on. The Juve boss, MC Luka Gunga P, pulling up for 40, with your shorty.
Chill.
And you don't talk to me in the Uber pool because I don't know you and I'm not trying to learn you, okay?
I know you, dog.
Everyone I know right now, coronavirus is the people I know, and if I don't know you, I'm not trying to meet new people, okay? You might give me the virus. Not trying to be like that.
I got tested last week, dog.
Listen. The original +1 got +1, so don't make a fuss. These Rossi, Jamaica Jew, Jermaine Avocado Toast, Jung Pa, the go to Mufasa, Young Shakuni without the coonery, aka Chili Limon, left-handed reliever for the Yankees, gay, low, gay.
Ooh, Poppy.
3 Phone Jones, DJ Machina, Jay Chuckles, Stanley Cups, the Human Dr. Bonner's label, Dilute, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mr. 240 because like my Pinot Blurry, DJ Woolite, aka to Washed FM. Up next. We got Pudgy the Fat Bastard. That's right.
Oh, shit. Pudgy the Fat Bastard.
To Bronx Legends. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe those rumors they said about him. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. It's Jesus Spicer, the Curry Gold. Jesus Spicer, Gerard Hashburn, the Bronx Celine Dion, Ray and nephew, the Moreno, you cannot contain, the Human Meme, where to jaw. Young Aaron, the racist provocateur.
That's right.
Patrick Budcuss. Nelson Bangdella, Sergio Casimir, Vladimir Buffin, the Human Werther's melting in your mouth, Mr. Bex on Decadent, Ricky Tiki Squabby, Greg Popovich, more Sans Richard Chestnut, Mahatma Gandhi, not Maccabee, but I got that cucumber.
Yeah.
Not Maccabee, but I got the cucumber.
Make a dick longer.
Stronger. You gotta have stronger. You know what
I'm saying?
Everybody. Oh, man. I wanted to try something. Okay, we could do it right here.
By the way, I have it on deck. It's queued up. I finally, what we were talking about last week, the rap video that Sarah J was the video vixen in.
Oh, nasty, bro. Bro.
It's Mr. Mecca.
Not Mecca beat, but I got that cucumber.
Hey.
The juice is a press, but your boy never is. I am the art, damn it. Woo. The damn down is your noodles.
God damn.
No more cup of noodles. Oh, you see that flow? Come on,
God
bro.
damn, no, they
Come
ain't
on,
flowing
bro.
like that. They ain't flowing like that.
They ain't flow like that in years.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't flow like that. Yo, the Prince of Peckham, the Casanova. We make cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, $1.
What you want? What you want?
Change, give
Get
it.
it.
Big money Wayne.
Sorry, I
saying?
used to be a vibrato in Hamilton.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Shout out to Lin-Manuel. We went to grade school together. You know what I'm saying? I used to give him a Chico stick. Hey, the only after my salute is Dipset, Mr. Saga. Catch me at square one, top left, because
Yo.
managers.
Marv, bro, don't cheese me,
True
bro.
Rizzuto, holy cow. Mr. Star Plus, all I do is count checks and jerk off.
That's
and I
right.
probably should stop saying that because that's kind of gross. We got OJ, Purple Stuff, and it's Soda, and it's me, Sunny D. Hey. Hey, hi, I'm Sunny D. I was hiding behind the baking soda because I have imposter syndrome, but I'm ready for you to drink me. I have a lot of high fructose corn syrup.
Hey, what's up,
and
cuz? I'm his cousin, California style, cuz. I'm his cousin,
that's
California style, cuz. Sunny D, cuz.
Yeah,
What's up, cuz?
That's my cousin, California style. I'm going to get out of here because if my cousin Baja Blast shows up, that's going to be wild racist. So we got to keep it moving. Yo, David Yurman, these are Spencer, these are Red Bottom, these are Bloody Shoes. Smokeem Noah, back in the NBA after just being missing for 3 years.
For 3 years. Now he's in the NBA being effective, but in the Knicks full
Who knew?
uniform? Nah.
Who knew how it worked? Andrew Cool Dandit, a.k.a. the Junior, Andy God Jr. Come sit down, Palmy Charger.
Yo, no wireless, no wireless.
Cause I got your bitch on freeze. Top of the gossip is Sayasa. Shout out to the 11791. You know what it is. Judd Apatow runs this town, bro. Okay?
That's right.
All right?
He's
Listen.
going to run this town tonight.
Listen.
Respect the flannel game.
A peak ticket doesn't get stamped on the LIRR without him getting the cut. So you
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? You know, he runs this town, bro. Him and Big Time Tommy, bro. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Yo, they own Long Island. Judd Apatow, Big Time Tommy run Long Island. Don't get it fucked up.
Take it easy, bro.
Even
Take
Billy
it
Joe
easy.
pays homage.
Okay. AK Grandpa Joe, because when you see Carly, you see me. Don't touch
That's right.
that golden ticket. Your man Dead-Eye Jesus, morning, Sheriff. Be a real shame if I took this drink 13 feet away from the retail establishment. I purchased that and got a $1,000 fine for the restaurant.
That's right.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'm a Revel Scooter rustler.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to get all the Revel Scooters. We're going to get them all. We're going to make our own Revel Scooter revolution. Mr. Stopping that street easy with a bad reason. I'm easy, please believe me. The black Asia addict who'll crack your back like an automatic craft medic. Mr. La Marina and the mesh marina with a fresh marina and a cold demeanor. The sheep mask killer. No one could be iller. The black Zach Morris, support Morris, the young KPI. Your personal Jesus, a.k.a. the Pele of Peloton, a.k.a. your problematic bae. Listen.
That's right.
Just because you live with your secret family doesn't mean you have to acknowledge them or say good morning to them.
That's true.
Up
You know what I'm
next,
saying?
we got the Kid
Ooh, yeah.
Mero.
It's your boy, the Kid Mero, a.k.a. the motherfucking human durag club, a.k.a. Donovan with Dab, a.k.a. Curve Gotti, a.k.a. Shriz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Skirt. Loaded jump the curb, hit your motherfucking dog on my Revel scooter, keep it moving, ask me if I give a fuck. I stole his shit, I'm sending it to DR, and his leash was 4 feet long. That's not proper social distancing, you know what I'm saying? I feel no remorse. You know what I'm saying? I'm no fucking baby, I'm fucking mang, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. no need to check the guest list, because y'all were so fucking hyped to come back outside that everything is closed now. So there are no guest lists, you bozos. You know what I'm saying? Fucking
Sad.
dicks. We could have been having
Sad.
we could have been having a hug you and smudge your makeup on our shirt tour, but we're having a virtual tour because y'all could have stayed inside.
Yep. We were gonna crowd surf naked. Okay,
That's right.
Y'all missed out.
Y'all was about to touch the mules.
Okay, and a lot of y'all are like, "Were y'all really gonna do that on a book tour?" It was like, "Have we been on a book tour before?" No.
Uh-huh.
So yes, of course we were gonna.
Of course we were gonna do that shit. What the fuck you thought?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, we don't know what a book tour means, so we're just basically gonna have you guys working out with the book. Be like, lift the book 3 times.
Yeah.
Lift the book on your right hand side.
Yo.
Hold it. Hold it.
Yo.
Hold it. Hold it. Feel that pressure. Feel that pressure. Feel that pressure. Now release.
We're gonna do West Indian corporal punishment. Like, yo, you hold 2 books and kneel on rice.
There you go. They're like, we paid for this? I was like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Do you hate Africa? You hate
Yeah.
West Indian culture? Huh? Oh, that's what I thought.
Oh.
Keep kneeling, Karen.
You were really into CBT before. With some little rice.
Right.
AKA, oh my God. AKA CC Tab Bavia, you know what I'm saying? AKA talking
Damn.
backwards, smoke a 3 gram blunt and they hit you with this 9-iron, nigga, pow pow. You know what I'm saying? AKA get into this money and this smoke, get your boy Goldman Schmack. You know what I'm saying?
aka Mensch, Montana. Huh? I went from roaches to deers in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? Aka got my kids a Costco 24-pack of Rona vaccines because I'm the motherfucking dad of the year. You know what I'm saying? And the FDA approved. Aka Ben Smack Beyond, aka Diego Maradona, aka Dick in your baby Matumbo. You don't come in this pussy no more. This pussy belong to me. Actually, it does not. I say that every week only to correct myself. One day I will learn to respect a woman's agency and never request pussy.
That's called growth, y'all.
It must be offered to you as a man. Thank you.
Exactly.
Respect
it's
agency.
like, you know, don't go in there thinking it's Sizzler. No, you don't go grabbing. No.
Nah. You ain't grabbing shit. We don't. We know one good pussy grabber, and we not that. Motherfucker.
We not.
You know what I'm saying? AK Bottles Santana, so smooth. I fall asleep at the wheel and crash the zip car. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even care because it's a Prius. And it was already dented. And I put that in the notes. AK the Dominican Dundada, you know what I'm saying? AK, I'm going to swipe my card again. There's definitely money on this. Stop trying to play me before I call your manager that DVRs the show and embarrass you, motherfucker. Don't worry about how high I am. Put all 47 of them Snickers in the bag and let's go. I'm not trying to be outside. You know what I'm saying? I got my mask on. I'm trying to keep safe and get back in the crib and sanitize myself. Stop playing with me. AKA Romeo Santos. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? I got I'm eating peanuts. I'm just mailing niggas peanuts.
This nigga mailing people ears.
AKA, wow, Romeo Santos, tu favorito, mami. So Zanny, let me black out. Yo, what phase are we in? It don't matter because I'm gonna still eat these cheeks on stage. I don't care. I'm at United Palace by myself.
Well, I feel like it phased like 9.5.
9.78. Like, it's like pi now. Like,
the New York City phasing, the numbering for the New York City phasing is the same as Nicki Minaj's numbering for Roman's Revenge.
Yo, they just keep doing the same phase over and over again, calling it something different.
They just keep adding
phase 2, deluxe edition.
They keep adding an extra remix track. Like, yo, I'm not falling for it, bro.
Yo, I ain't paying an extra $12 just to hit Tekashi. Fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
Yo, a.k.a. Light Nell Dutchie. Hello. Is it weed you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
What do you see?
That you might have that COVID-19.
That's stupid. I don't...
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna take this shit personally. Listen, I'll make one for you. Matter of fact, I got a pre-roll right here. Just take this.
No. Listen, I'm rolling it right now. Hold on. Let me just seal it with my saliva.
Oh no.
Matter of fact, you know what?
I got this little glue here. We can use glue. It's better. No.
I'm old school, bro. Hold on. Let me just deep throat it to really seal it.
Nah. Why you putting it in your nose?
You know what, bro? I've always seen you like a brother. You want to spark up first?
Can we put this on a fireplace for a second?
Nah, bro. It burns best when it's still wet. So.
Okay. All right. Die for the hive.
Why does this blunt? I'm smoking. I'm like, why does this blunt feel like SpongeBob? What's going on here? What's going on?
Yo, a.k.a. Tom Bracey, I got my balls more deflated than Bobby Crafts. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. we the Table Shop Boys. Can't wait for this shit to reopen. A.k.a. Field to Ass Tyson. I'm gonna explore your cosmos with consent, of course. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Lil Snoozer, first nigga to tap out on live, been social distancing before that Rona. A.k.a. Frino, Mr. MVP of Gelato. A.k.a. Zaniel Bettingfield. I gotta get some sticks. You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Joe Hookah. I dare you.
To what?
To smoke with me.
I'm gonna need
with your senya outside of the patrol car. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
We out here. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. NYPD Hookah edition, bro.
That's right. A.k.a. Ben Boston. My hands are gifted. I'm the most vaunted neurosurgeon in the history of neuros. Stop fucking calling me Herman Cain. That nigga's dead. I'm here. I'm still here. God damn it. Shit. Marco Rubio, if you motherfucker, god damn it. Candy, get this trap. AKA, I'll open your motherfucking medicine cabinet. You know who the fuck it is, man. It's the Zen, man. It's got a AKA Rico Sabroso, AKA Baby New 425 niggas got garbage down the way, and my shit is not stamped. AKA Nino Brown, shut the cut it down. AKA live harassing patrons eating al fresco. It's the East Stream on Stevie B doing all his greatest hits like I wanna be the one your DD is fucking. Yeah, and dope sick love. Don't let me leave. You know what I'm saying? AKA bollocks, mate. Every week, mate, every bloody week, mate, I have to remind you that there's only 2 rock stars left in this fucking bloody tiny ball of dirt that we call the earth. And they are the Bodega Boys, of which I am one. The plantain sleeping over in the sky. One day you will find me smoking weed on Tremont. But I'm wearing a mask cause I'm responsible. You know what I'm saying? I just cut out a little hole for the blunt. You know what I'm saying? AKA, I'm at my friend system, never gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? AKA, getting those bubble buckets. Back at it, it's Barmelos Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Bang! Game winner! God damn. AKA, if you see me at Target higher than a Fortnite ramp, approach me like a motherfucker Ursa mammal, stay 6 feet away and play dead, motherfucker. Cause I'm gonna react radically. You know what I'm saying? AKA Tom Petty and the Ball Breakers, you know what I'm saying? AKA Tom, AKA, whoa, hey kids, oh, I got a little slipped up there, a little Benzo, it's me, it's Benzo the Clown, hire me for your kid's birthday party, I'll show up after it's over, and in the meantime, I'll just have Mr. Fun here while I warm up the car.
Hey kids, you wanna see a snake dance? Watch.
Whoa, hey, that kind of snake. Whoa. Hey, sir. Hey, Mr. Fun. Sir. No, that's a trouser snake. That's a trouser snake. I said a garden snake.
Okay, but when Britney Spears danced with a snake,
no, get in the van. We gotta go.
Bro, God, I hate the arts.
Yo, I sold fake leads to your favorite SoundCloud rapper. He's high off Game Fabric Softener and Upright, which is the ShopRite version of Sprite. Unbelievable.
Ooh.
Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Don't bring that to my baby shower.
No, don't you dare. Come on, the 3 liter.
People don't realize that's 90% of the reasons baby showers get shot up at in the Bronx for
you
generic
bring
soda.
Generic 3 liter sodas that go flat as soon as you open it.
Yo, who bought Dr. Fib? You're like,
yo, my man. What the fuck? Yo, this shit just says cola on it, nigga. Key Food Cola?
Yo, they drinking Coca-Cola. What the hell is Coca-Cola?
Wow.
Why is there R in this? Nah, fuck that. I'm airing this face out.
I'm airing this shit out. Fuck that.
Oh, shit.
Yo. Okay. Now it is time for you to turn on your SAP, papi, because it is time. You know what I'm saying? Suavemente. Hassan, tírame la fucking pita. Oye, que lo que boba, llegó el Tito FIFA, coño, más loco todo. No me des cotorra que el palo que tiene Tito, coño, que tumba el coco desde 2 kilómetros, mamá huevo. No me hable mucho por no de tu jucazo, es que lo que somos tigres callejeros bajando con pinta dura y más pene que un salón, mamá huevazo, coño. Shout out la causa, showtime, shout out Hassan Enseña que pone la fucking nota, shout out Disu Buena la nota, jamaquino número 1, shout out Víctor Mate, el papi de la Lady, 24 quilates, shout out la nena de la bodega, Dai, la más dura, la planta, la insuperable, y Vicky, la más loca, todo pesito de miel, allá en Punta Cana, viviendo su vida. Y nos está shout out mi presidente Pío, secretario de defensa activo con el cañón, aviso con el que suelta. Llegó mi hermano Friki, 2 años por no ser boca floja, yo no hago coro como para tú sabes que lo que. Que le casen para mi hermanito Sexor, you know what I'm saying, mi hermanito Sid, you know what I'm saying, quédate en la casa, lávate las manos, que el presidente no sabe lo que está haciendo y es un mamagüevo. Also, arresten a los policías que asesinaron a Breonna Taylor, lo digo en español, and in English, I will say it again, please arrest the police that murdered Breonna Taylor, murdered. Use the right word, murdered. Okay?
Yep.
Get on it. Now. We're going to keep saying it. 213, y'all.
Episode 213, brought to you by Cash App. Be sure to check out No One Show at Late Night Showtime's User Mero.
Yeah.
Rob of an Emmy, which it fully deserved. And you know what? We're going to make... This is like... It's like... Remember the guy that killed Batman's parents?
Yes.
He didn't realize he created Batman. Us not getting an Emmy. Ooh,
yo, you fucked up now. You fucked up now because now we in the Batcave. Now we in the Batcave with the Batcomputer.
Matter of fact, we not even Batman. We Joker.
Yeah.
Joker, yeah.
Yeah, just sit on a burning pile of money. Y'all gonna be sick.
Go. But yeah, if you always stay safe. Don't go have sex with people you haven't had a COVID test with, because you know what? Herpes is one thing, COVID will kill you.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't go to a restaurant unless you need to go to a restaurant. But if you go to a restaurant, be aware that the people going to restaurants probably haven't been quarantined. Don't give a fuck about the staff you. So be careful with that. Continue to wear masks. Dr. Fauci said now people should start wearing goggles. A lot of Trump people was like, fuck that. He keeps coming up with new shit. If you like real hip hop, you remember when we used to wear ski goggles on the
all
block
the time.
back in the 90s. We're bringing that back.
Bringing it back.
We're bringing that back, and we're going to bring back hockey jerseys.
That's right.
Also
buy stock in Burton right now.
There you go. And in Burlington coat factories, bro. Okay, so you get the ski goggles. Also, shout out to the big homie, the mayor. Big news in the sneaker world. He has sold off his sneaker collection. One of the most iconic sneaker collections I've ever seen, which is the reason I have my sneaker collection. He said he lost weight. He no longer fits the sneakers, but also is no longer fit in his life. I salute you. That's called growth. Hopefully one day I'll get there.
Shout out to the mayor.
Shout out to the mayor doing sneaker culture.
TS,
you
BX.
know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
Charlie Rock never snitched, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Held it down.
213, you know the vibes. BX but Nigga Boys in the better. We out.
BX the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've been drinking wrong.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, feeling aggressive.
I feel you.
I'm making up some Tekashi shit. Just take my shirt off, dive into the crowd.
Nah. A lot of you women have worked hard in your lives, and you don't want that, because if he jumps in the crowd, you're gonna get pregnant.
Everybody, you're all getting pregnant. I have 4 children. He's
the only person that has kids that's a prime number. That shit is like 9.6.
You already know. I don't ejaculate. It just spores come off my body. You know what I'm saying?
Every show, there's just like one girl that has no friends. Like, she just need that. They be like, yo, girl, do not. Do not. You want this? You want this in your life? Is this your king?
Damn, I'm sweating like a motherfucker up here.
Well, who told you to like get dressed like you're going to fucking bookings, my nigga?
You know what I'm saying? This is my formal attire. I got my formal Timbs on.